or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
At WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center, our ER doors are always open. Emergency care at WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center means now care. It means every hour care, no exceptions. We are the only trauma-designated hospital in the Weirton-Steubenville area. We are always ready. You can always count on WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
So let's begin.
This Hulu Plus Live TV lineup is stacked. Let's meet the All-Stars. First up, Live TV. With a deep bench of 95-plus channels, it's always game time. Next up, Hulu, for all your favorite shows and movies. Disney Plus, where legends live.
Bring it on!
And finally, ESPN Plus, the MVP for sports fans. The VIP plan is all yours for only $82.99 per month.
This is insane!
Hulu Plus Live TV, where live sports meets entertainment.
April 11th and 12th, Schultz Ford Wheeling presents the toughest monster truck tour. The tour and WTOV9 would like to give you a chance to win a monster prize pack. Go to WTOV9.com. Click on the features and contest link to enter. 4 winners will be randomly selected to receive 4 tickets, 4 pit passes to get in early and see the trucks up close, and a $50 gift certificate for the souvenir stand. The toughest monster truck tour. Brought to you by Wheeling Island Casino Hotel. April 11th and 12th, West Banco Arena.
WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. This is the WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam.
And hello again from the Knights Baseball Complex in the Gem City, Toronto, Ohio, as the Red Knights host the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central Catholic. 3-0, hosting 5-0. These teams yet to suffer a defeat in the early 2025 season. Happy to have you along for the ride. Joined by the coach, Rich Donnelly, Jack Hillgrove, inside the press box here at the Knights Baseball Complex as we get set for this matchup, Rich, between two teams that have state championships on their mind heading into this year.
I think each team's going to find out a little bit more about themselves. Like I say, 2 of the best teams in the Valley and both undefeated.
Let's take a look at this pitching matchup this afternoon. The pitchers both for Toronto and Wheeling Central. Aiden Philby will get the start for the Red Knights. 1 outing so far, 5 innings of work for the senior Aiden Philby. 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. Didn't walk a batter either, so he's coming off of a strong start for Toronto. And then on the flip side for Wheeling Central Catholic, it's Braden Cover. 1-0 with a 4.2 ERA, 6 walks and 4 strikeouts, but Wheeling Central 5-0, Cover picking up the win in that game as well. Our keys to the game as well as we shift gears here in the pregame coverage of this one between Wheeling Central Catholic and Toronto. For the Maroon Knights, make the routine plays routinely and be patient at the plate. For Toronto, fundamental baseball and be aggressive. Great weather for baseball today. Temperatures hovering around the 50s, but the sun is shining, and we are ready for baseball in the Gem City. National anthem right now when we come back. First pitch time from Toronto as the Red Knights host the Maroon Knights.
Are you looking to sell your property? I'm Laney Open House Ross, one of the Valley's hardest working realtors. Large or small, residential or business properties, I sell and list them all. If you're ready to buy or sell, contact me, Laney Open House Ross, one of the High Valley's hardest working realtors.
Veteran, are you getting money and benefits you deserve? Jefferson County Veteran Services is here for you. Our county veteran service officers are highly trained professionals and veterans. They're advocates working for county veterans and families to maximize the money and medical benefits you're entitled to. They understand the challenges our veterans and their dependents face and offer their services to you free of charge. Call the Jefferson County Veteran Services today to schedule an appointment and see what you may qualify for.
Wherever you go, know you're not alone. Just call my name, I'll be your home. Whatever you feel, I wanna feel it too. I'll always be right here with you. Always be right here.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with 3 extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Are you looking to sell your property? I'm Laney Open House Ross, one of the Valley's hardest working realtors. Large or small, residential or business properties, I sell and list them all. If you're ready to buy or sell, contact me, Laney Open House Ross, one of the High Valley's hardest working realtors.
The WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam on Fox 9 is sponsored by WVU Medicine and West Virginia Northern Community College.
And welcome back to Toronto, everybody. Here is the home team's defensive alignment in the field. We'll start in the outfield. Russ Dickinson in center. Drake Boucher in right. The left fielder is Tanner Newbold. Middle of the infield for Brian Perkins and the Red Knights. Cole Barkus, the shortstop. The second baseman, Chase Heckathorn. First baseman for Toronto is Lucas Wiseman. The third baseman, Michael Henry. And the battery, Chase McGrath behind the plate. And doing the pitching for the Red Knights is Aiden Philby. Caden McGrath behind the dish. Here's the batting order for Wheeling Central, put to paper by second-year head coach Todd Cover. Braxton Billick will lead it off. Gary Hatfield will bat second and play short. Seth Cover, the third baseman, will hit third. Zane Rosnick will clean it up, and he plays first base. The DH, Coy Lipinski, bats fifth. Cade Coronis will bat sixth and play left field. Matt Crinity, the second baseman, bats seventh. Clay Petrie will catch and bat eighth. Luke Tiu, the right fielder, rounds out the 9 for Wheeling Central, who are 5-0. Rich Donnelly, neither of these teams early in 2025, but they haven't lost yet.
Yeah, I think when you play a game like this, you're facing 2 really good pitchers, so runs are a premium. So you might do things like start a runner, do a hit and run, maybe sacrifice when you wouldn't, because runs are like golden when you're facing 2 guys like this. You just can't wait on a good pitcher to get 2 or 3 hits to get a run. Sometimes you have to, like I say, do a hit and run, sacrifice maybe when you wouldn't, whatever. Run the base is good. Man on second, you got to get the guy over. You got to do things to get runs other than get 3 hits, because probably with these 2 pitchers, it's going to be pretty hard to get 2 or 3 hits in a row.
Not only has Toronto not suffered a loss so far this season, they haven't given up a run. The Red Knights opened up with a win on opening day against Mineral Ridge 10-0, then beat Heartland Christian 14-0, and then Lisbon David Anderson 13-0. So this obviously a very, very massive test for Brian Perkins and Toronto as Wheeling Central Catholic comes to town 5-0 with a West Virginia Class A state championship being the goal.
Yeah, Coach Cover said they hadn't played in 5 days because of the weather, so you're not quite sure if everybody's going to be as sharp as they usually are.
Aiden Philby, the righty, comes home with a first pitch breaking ball called a strike at 5:06, 51 degrees here in the Gem City.
And we'll take it. We'll take it this time of year.
With the sun shining as well, especially with the last, week plus that we've had of rain. 0-1 down and out to Braxton Billick, the center fielder. 421 clip, no home runs, 4 RBI for Billick.
I think it's real important here for the Red Knights. Throw strikes and make the routine plays.
1-1 runs in, 2 balls and a strike. Caden McGrath behind the dish for Toronto. These Red Knights looking for their 30th consecutive Ohio Sectional Championship in 2025.
Well, you got a great coach here. Perk's been here a long time, and I could say Hall of Fame coach and a great program. They usually have close to 20 wins every year, and they go deep in the tournament.
24-4 a year ago, suffered a loss in the district semis to Berlin Highland a year ago, 12-1. Perk won his 400th career game a year ago. 3-1 chop towards the right side. It's Heckathorn up with it on a bounce over to Wiseman. 1 down for the Red Knights here in the first inning as Billick goes out 4-3.
Yeah, Red Knights, like I say, they have to throw strikes, make all the routine plays. When you're playing a team like Wheeling Central, you don't want to give them extra at-bats, because what happens later on in the game, you start making errors, that 2, 3, 4 hitters, they come up for the 4th time, and you don't want that.
1 gone here in the first. Gary Hatfield, the righty, steps into the box. 9 for 15 to start 2025. First pitch fouled back. Hatfield, the shortstop this afternoon, has 6 RBI, 1 home run already this season, 2 doubles, 4 stolen bags.
What do you say? He's only hitting 400 or 500? That's all he's hitting.
What is it? 9 for 15?
That's all.
Just better than 50%. I think that's a 600 clip.
Yeah.
0-1 down and out, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, a guy like this, when you have a really good hitter like this, sometimes the most important thing is to get the guys off the base in front of him. Don't let him hit with guys on base. Make him hit with no one on base. He hits a double, so what?
One towards the left side and past the diving Barkis. And Hatfield now 10 for 16 at the dish in 2025. 1 out and 1 aboard for the 3-hitter, Seth Cover.
Yeah, I noticed driving up here today, the wind's blowing. I wasn't sure which way. Now I can see the flag in center field blowing straight out the center. So any ball that's hitting the air is going to head toward the river. And as an outfielder, infielder, you have to know that. I mean, Jim Leadon used to always say in a day game, check the wind, check the sun.
Hit back over to first again. Hatfield a threat there. 4 stolen bags, leading his team early in the season. Wheeling Central with not just a ton of guys coming back from last year's team as Philby tries Hatfield again at first base, but with motivation out the wazoo. In the Regional 1 championship last year, Wheeling Central fell to Williamstown 2-1. They fell in a deciding game 3. First pitch a strike to Cover. All 3 games in that series with Williamstown decided by 1 run.
1 run, yeah. Their pitching, I think, is they hang their hat on their pitching, and that's why they're so successful. They not only have 1 good pitcher, they have 2 or 3, maybe 4 really good ones.
And you want to talk about a tale of 2 games as Philby tries again at first base. Game 1 in that series, Rich, 17-16.
Wow.
Game 2, 1-0.
1-0. Figure that out, yeah.
Wheeling Central won the 1-0 game at home. They fell 17-16 at Williamstown in the heartbreaking Game 3 for the Maroon Knights, as this one's fouled back. Wheeling Central was up 5-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th at Williamstown.
Oh, man. Sometimes that last inning, that's the hardest inning to get 3 outs. Whether it's the big leagues or high school or Legion or what, that last inning is tough.
And that Yellow Jacket squad led by Maxwell Melessa, who is now a member of the very good Division I West Virginia squad. So when the Maroon Knights see the Yellow Jackets again in 2025, which will be actually this week on Wednesday, better believe there'll be some angst in that one. Chop towards the left side. Third baseman Henry on to first, 2 away, but it does move Hatfield 90 feet up to second. Runner in scoring position, 2 down for Zane Rosnick.
Yeah, nice play by Henry. You know, he could have went to second, but it had been really close, and he took the sure out. Now here's an infielder. You got to play a little deeper, and you have to tell everybody, knock the ball down. Keep it in the infield.
Righty on lefty matchup with 2 away here in the first. Philby's It's like a two-seam fastball, broke outside, ball one.
Yeah, as a pitcher here, you want to sort of ignore the guy on second. You got to get the hitter. There's 2 outs. There's no need to keep looking back. Get all your concentration on the hitter.
Philby, a 3-sport athlete here at Toronto, football and basketball as well. 1 ball, no strike pitch is hit in the air towards left field. Will it stay fair? No. Drifting foul. The left fielder, Newbold, a chance at it, but unable to make a grab. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's the toughest play for anybody in the infield. Ball's behind the third baseman. It's coming into the shortstop. It's coming in and it's going deep and then coming into the outfielder. So if it comes back to fair territory, it's usually an easier play for the shortstop. Call it the Bermuda Triangle on both sides. It's really a tough out. You practice it all day, and if the outfielder can catch it, or the infielder at shortstop, he can make the play better than the third baseman. That's awful tough for a third baseman.
Uh-oh. They're going to go over to third. Philby.
Nice.
Tag applied. Inning over as Philby goes to Henry to retire Hatfield in an unconventional 1-2-3 for the Red Knights. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. So Rosnick will come to bat in the top half of the second when Wheeling Central hits to the bat rack next. Bottom 1 coming up next. No score on Fox 9.
My name is Frank Schiebel, and I'm a general surgeon at WVU Reynolds Memorial Hospital. So I think if you're a patient, considering surgery, I would think that part of your concerns would be post-operative pain, time off work, recovery time. I think all of these things are drastically improved with our robotic surgery techniques. That is, these surgeries are largely outpatient, so people come in, have the surgery, recover the rest of the time at home, and we get them back to work just as soon as possible.
We've all heard the term, time is money. But at First Choice America, time can save you money. Here's how. You've searched all over for the perfect deal on just the right car. But now you need the perfect financing. Take the time to call First Choice America, and you'll discover low, great rates, flexible terms to fit any budget, and no application fees. Plus, you'll receive $250 cash. First Choice America, where time can save you money.
You don't have to go to great lengths to find great tires. Come to Joe's Tire for the best prices.
This is how the top half of the first ended. Rich Donnelly, you like this move from Aiden Philby?
Yeah, they worked it to perfection. The way you do the inside move, in the video you can see they back the infielders off, and you don't try to pick him off at second. You try to see if he's running. If he runs and you do the inside move, you get him at third. That's exactly what happened.
Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Central, who was unable to score in the top of the first inning. Seth Cover at third, his brother Braden on the bump. First baseman Zane Rosnick, he'll come to bat in the top of the second when we get to that point. Middle of the infield for Wheeling Central, you've got Gary Hatfield at shortstop, number 31, Matt Crenity at second base, and the outfield, Cade Coronis, Luke Tiu in left and right. Braxton Billick is the center fielder. Caden McGrath, the backstop for Toronto, will lead it off. Aiden Philby will bat second. No DH from Brian Perkins and the Red Knights today. Drake Boucher will bat third. Dickinson will clean it up. Batting fifth, Michael Henry. Chase Eckathorn bats sixth. Lucas Wiseman seventh. Tanner Newbold, the left fielder, bats eighth. And Cole Barkas rounds it out in the 9 spot. Toronto 3-0 on the season, facing this 5-0 Wheeling Central Catholic squad, who was able to get out of the top of the first inning without sacrificing a run. Seth Cover's first pitch fouled back would have hit us if fences didn't exist.
Red Knights say, facing a guy like Cover, you have to try to score a run any way you can. Like I say, you can't wait for 3 hits in a row. Probably not going to happen. So it's real important that you maybe get the leadoff guy on, bunt him over, or steal.
No balls and 1 strike to McGrath, who is 6 for 9 at the dish to start the season. Out for ball 1. No homers, 7 RBI. So 6 hits, 7 RBI. That's efficient. Also has 2 stolen bases this season. Braden's 1-1 low to Petrie, the backstop. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And what you want your leadoff hitter to do, of course, you want him to get on anyway, hit, bunt, get hit by a pitch, or at least make this pitcher throw 7 or 8 pitches. That's the job of a leadoff guy.
Towards the right side, second baseman Crinity on to first. Rosnick loves it, out number 1. So the first out of the game that Toronto recorded was a 4-3 put out. First out for Wheeling Central that it records also goes 4-3. 1 away for the 2-hitter and pitcher, Aiden Philby. So the pitchers battling against each other here in the top, or rather bottom of the first.
Yeah, these two pitches here, I may speak too soon, but I think they both throw strikes, and that's what you like to see, especially in high school.
1 ball, no strikes to Aiden Philby. 3 for 6 at the plate. 5 stolen bases for Philby. He's a wide receiver and a defensive back when it comes to football, so that checks. 1-0, breaking pitch in there for a strike, evened up. Again, Braden Cover this season, 1-0, 5 innings of work, gave up a couple of earned runs, 4.20 ERA to start 2025, but Wheeling Central 5-0. 1-1 inside, 2-1.
Went with the breaking ball there, 2-1 now. Now as a hitter, you're ahead in the count. You got to look something on the inside part of the plate, inner half, and go ahead and try to jerk it.
Two one chopped. Will it go foul? It will.
It hit him. It hit the runner, but I'm not sure whether it hit him in fair or foul.
So our umpires will talk about it.
I think they're calling him out. I think they are.
Looks like they will.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to, if they can show that again, he has to avoid that ball. He has to go around that ball. There's no baseline when he... Yeah, he called him out. Yeah. Here's the replay here. You can see it hit him.
How would you score this then? It does hit him, yeah.
I think you give it to the first baseman.
Okay.
You called it 3 unassisted. Or if the pitcher, I can't remember who was close. I would say 3 unassisted. Yeah, that runner there, he has to avoid that ball. Either stop, or if he sees it was going foul, get out of the way.
So we'll score it 3 unassisted.
3 unassisted.
Give Rosnick the first baseman credit. 2 away for the right fielder, Drake Boucher.
Yeah, this kind of game here, in your outfield, you have to play no doubles here. You want them to get 3 hits in a row to score a run. Don't get a double and a bloop. I learned that from my old coach, one of the greatest center fielders ever for the Pirates, Bill Verdon. He always thought with 2 outs, nobody on, play a little deeper, no doubles, make him get 3 hits to get a run. Just little things like that. That's probably why he was such a great outfielder. And he had a guy on his left that wasn't too bad either.
No, not quite.
That right fielder.
Yeah, what was his name? Clementine?
Clementine, something like that. Oh, man, he was so much fun to watch. You know, growing up, of course, I was watching him and all my heroes, like back in Steubenville. Jabbo Callis was a great outfielder for Big Red back in the day. And those guys, man, they're my heroes, man. Jabbo and Roberto Clemente. Wow. Had them both on my wall.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Drake Boucher. 2 for 8 at the dish. No score, bottom 1. Wheeling Central, a goose egg in the top of the first inning. Maroon Knights trying to keep Toronto at bay here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Cover's 1-2 is up and out. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we don't have a gun back here, but he's throwing pretty hard for high school. He's probably low 80s, mid 80s. It looks like it. And the ball has some movement on it. It's tailing away right now from a left-hander. Nice breaking ball. Yep. He has a good repertoire of pitches. He's mixing it up, throwing strikes with all of them.
Two to Drake. Older brother Dom, one heck of a baseball player and football player at Toronto.
What I like about his motion, it's not a windup. He's going from a set position, and I think that helps your control.
And Philby's doing the same thing, 3-2.
Yeah, the old days guys wound up, and I think you get out of sync. Your leg goes up, you're flying all over the place. So I think if you go from a set position here, you're more compact and you have a...
And there's less margin for error, too.
And you're pointing toward home with your left shoulder anyway.
Payoff pitch. We'll do it again. Wow. And not that it's common that, balks and things like that happen, but when you're winding up to pitch, it takes a little bit longer. You might slip. Something might happen. You never know.
A lot of these pitchers now, they're just taking a short step, either side or back. He's not taking any step at all. He's just going back to the rubber, which is fine.
3-2 again, fouled away. So one heck of a battle we've got going on here between Drake Boucher and Braden Cover.
I just saw something I really like to see. The center fielder, after 2 hits or 2 foul balls to the left side, he moved over 10 feet to the left because everybody could move over because on the fastball, he's not getting around on it.
Ball 4.
Good at bat there. Fouled off the tough strikes. So again, 2 outs. You got a guy who could probably run. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Perk try to steal a base here, get him in scoring position.
Boucher can run. Only 1 stolen base so far this season, but he's definitely fast enough to do so. For Cover, that's his first walk of the game, 7th of the season. 2 out, runner on first for the 4-hitter, and that's Russ Dickinson.
Yeah, now you really got to play a little deeper in the outfield. Wind's blowing that way. Now it's shifted. The wind's blowing straight left. Play a little deeper so there's no doubles.
Swing and a miss. Speaking of doubles, Russ has 3 of them this season and 5 base hits. Dickinson 5 for 7, 5 RBI.
Russell's grandfather, Glenn Dickinson, one of the greatest athletes in Jefferson Union history here today.
0-1 called a strike, and Dickinson now quickly behind 0-2.
Now's when you might run him with 2 strikes. You might guess breaking ball and take off. You got nothing to lose here. He strikes out, you got to hit, or if he throws him out, you got to hit leading off the inning. Ooh.
Got him. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes to Russ Dickinson. Cover's first of the game, his 5th of the season. No runs a hit, no errors a man left, and we are scoreless through 1. Top half of inning number 2 is next between these pair of undefeateds. Wheeling Central 5-0, Toronto 3-0. Maroon Knights to the bat rack when we come back on the High School Grand Slam.
Klein Home Exteriors, we use our own crews. These are all crews that have passed our certification and have all been trained the way that we like to hold our excellence to. We all come from kind of that Amish and Mennonite background, and so all that kind of translates through in the installation of our products then.
Klein Home Exteriors, your home exterior extras. The Hep C Cure Squad is here for your protection. Cause if you are uncertain, my suggestion is get tested. The time is now, find your nearest local clinic. What's exquisite, if it's hard for you to travel, they do home visits. You're not alone, listen, they're here to help. You deserve to focus on your future well-being and health. This next line is tremendously important. You don't have to pay a dime, a single cent, or need insurance. Doc Hep C, I speak screaming, yell it loudly. Don't you ever doubt me, come and get your cure from Central Outreach.
April 11th and 12th, Schultz Ford Wheeling presents the toughest monster truck tour. The tour and WTOV9 would like to give you a chance to win a monster prize pack. Go to WTOV9.com. Click on the features and contest link to enter. 4 winners will be randomly selected to receive 4 tickets, 4 pit passes to get in early and see the trucks up close, and a $50 gift certificate for the souvenir stand. The toughest monster truck tour. Brought to you by Wheeling Island Casino Hotel. April 11th and 12th, West Banco Arena.
Through an inning and no score here at the Red Knights Baseball Complex in Toronto. Jack Hillgrove and Rich Donnelly with you for this second High School Grand Slam baseball broadcast of 2025. We'll go 4, 5, 6 for Wheeling Central. Zane Rosnick, Coy Lipinski, Cade Coronis, as Rosnick sees ball 1 to start his go around here in the second inning. Came to the plate in the bottom, or the top of the first, but Aiden Philby able to get Gary Hatfield to jump off second base. They throw him out at third. Inning over. 1-0 pitch is called a strike.
Like I say, both pitchers pretty good at pounding that zone so far, making these guys swing the bat. Pitch to contact. Too many pitchers try to strike guys out all the time.
1-1. Back to
That's
Philby. And this will go 1, 2, 3 for out number 1.
Jack, every time I come to Toronto, I think of my good friend and former teammate Chip Calder. Chip, probably one of the few, maybe, Toronto players that played in the big leagues, played with the Cardinals in the big leagues, and also was a great basketball player. He had the record here for a while at most points scored. He was all high, but he signed with the Cardinals, and then he also played with the Mets. But just a tremendous player.
This Valley has produced several.
I was just thinking the other day, there's 3 pitchers from the Valley, and unfortunately, they're all on the disabled list. Carafa,
yep,
Calvin Bergerstaff, and Michael Grove. All guys that throw about 95. So if you have a kid who's a good athlete, make him a catcher or a shortstop. You only have to hit about 240, and you could play a long time and maybe someday make some money.
Carafa in the Phillies organization, Bickerstaff with the Boston Red Sox. Both of those guys much younger and have a ways to go before the big league level, where Michael Grove has been for the last couple of years. Grove, the Wheeling Park product in the Los Angeles Dodgers system, was back and forth between AAA and the big leagues. He had a season-ending surgery towards his throwing arm and will not pitch in 2025. 1-2 outside to Coy Lipinski, who's 300 at the dish this season with a home run and 2 runs batted in.
Yeah, I think Michael's in a good spot, with the Dodgers. If they don't need him, some other club will scoop him up, and if not, he'll pitch with the world champions, either one.
2-2 into left field, and that's the game's second hit for the Maroon Knights as Lipinski reaches first base. And will he try for second? He's almost halfway down the line. And he'll trot back to first base. 1 out and 1 aboard for the 6th hitter. That's Cade Coronis.
In the situation here, Jack, I think it's real important. I don't think enough catchers do this. The catcher has to tell the pitcher right now who is covering at second, so you know who's covering. You can't just throw the ball over the bag, because when 2 guys go to the bag and you don't know who's covering, it messes up the pitcher. So the pitcher has to know. The catcher has to ask him, find out who's covering. And then one of the 2 infielders has to whistle in at him and go, hey, you got me on a ground ball back to you. We don't do enough communication at the lower levels on baseball. We have to talk. This is a game where you have to talk every pitch, every inning.
Up the middle towards short. Barkis a chance for 2. He'll go to second by himself. On to first, not in time.
Good speed, yeah. Good speed. He beat the throw. We don't need a replay. I don't think he beat it.
Well, my question to you was, you think he would have had a better chance at the double play if he flipped it to second?
Yes, quicker. When the ball was hit, I thought immediately he's going to flip it, but he thought he could step on it. That took a little extra time. 1 step. You take 1 extra step as an infielder. The guy's running. He gets 2 steps.
That's a good throw.
It was a good throw, and everything was good. It was just slow.
So 2 away. Coronis aboard first with a fielder's choice. Paves the way for Matt Criniti, the second baseman.
That
was close.
If he gets that throw down, he got him. So it looks like he might go over there.
And you understand the strategy, right? Because Wheeling Central is athletic and fast.
Yeah.
If you want to keep these guys honest on the base paths, Aiden Philby, a guy that can do it, swing and a miss. His pickoff move, he was able to retire Hatfield in the first inning, almost getting Coronis there. It's a good pickoff move.
And sometimes the best pickoff move is a quick to the plate, but no pickoff move, just a half step. Greg Maddox was the best at it.
0-1 low, 1 ball and 1 strike to Criniti. 333 at the dish this season, no homers, a run batted in. He's got a double and 2 swipe bags.
But like you said, if you throw to first twice and almost pick the guy off, that guy will shorten that lead. He's scared to death of getting picked off, and it might stop him from getting that big jump going to second. So sometimes if you throw over 3 or 4 times and you stop, he might go late, and then you could throw him out. No matter how fast he is, he gets a bad jump.
1-1 low, 2-1. Rosnick led it off, grounded back out to Philby for out number 1. Coy Lipinski singled and was thrown out, or rather tagged out at second base in that fielder's choice. Coronis on first. 2 down. 2-1 makes it 3-1 now.
And back in the day, Jim Leland, we had Deion Sanders on first base, and he threw over 4 times, and everybody's booing and everything. And then he stole, and we threw him out by 10 feet. And I saw him in the parking lot after the game. He says, "Why you guys throw over 4 times? It messes me up." I said, "That's why we're doing it. We're doing it. It messes you up."
3-1 ball 4. First walk of the game for Philby. Puts runners on first and second.
Okay, again,
for the 8-hitter, Clay Petrie.
Real important here. Two outs. You got all your infielders have to tell one another, play deep and knock the ball down. You're not playing a double play depth. There's 2 outs. You should be deep on the grass or on the outfield grass. You got to knock this ball down.
Petrie, the 8-hitter and the backstop for Todd Cover's Knights. I guess we have to be a little bit more specific. We've got a pair of Knights in this game, maroon and silver.
Play.
Good play at third base by Henry. He'll tag the bag, and the inning is over. Diving stop by Michael Henry. That might have produced a run, maybe 2.
Yep.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. And that'll do it as we head to the bottom half of inning number 2. Scoreless.
That boy.
Wherever you go, no, you're not alone. Just call my name, I'll be your home. Whatever you feel, I wanna feel it too. I'll always be right here with you. Always be right here with you.
Take those masks off. Now take those other masks off. Not you guys. What's a car dealer doing trying to steal a car?
I told you, Cookie, this is a stupid idea.
I don't want to steal your car. I want to buy your car and give you fair market value for it. In 15 minutes, you can have a check in your hand. Whether buying
Or selling,
but not stealing,
you never get a crummy deal from Cookie.
Are you ready to make a difference in our community?
We are looking for compassionate individuals to open their hearts and homes to the youth facing medical or behavioral health challenges with our treatment foster care program.
This program brings home-based care to many special youth.
With training and support from a local team, our treatment foster families help the youth grow in a family setting.
Interested in learning more? Call me. Together, we can give the youth hope and support they need to thrive.
Well, Michael Henry, one heck of a play at third to end Wheeling Central's efforts in the top half of inning number 2. We head to the bottom of the second, scoreless. And for the Red Knights, Henry will lead it off to start their efforts in the home half of the second. It'll be Henry, Heckathorn, and Lucas Wiseman, all in front of Braden Cover, number 2 on the bump for the Maroon Knights.
That was a Gold Glove play. I'm thinking it saved 2 runs, 1 for sure, and probably 2. That ball goes all the way to the wall. Probably it was just inside third. So great defense by the Red Knights.
Brian Perkins in his 21st season as the Red Knights head coach won his 400th game a season ago. Actually, we are 5 days shy of the 1-year anniversary. Oak Glen on April 11th of last year was Perkins' 400th career victory as the Red Knights head coach.
Yeah, 2 state championship teams and probably a whole bunch of district teams, district winner teams in that era.
Perkin, the Red Knights, 2019 Division 7 state champion, or Division 4 state champions. Now there's 7 divisions in baseball, Toronto and D6. We can chat about that because the dynamic changes for both of these teams. 1 ball and no strike, cut at and missed by Henry. 1-1.
Yeah, you get dropped sometimes, like Toronto, get dropped down in division. I think in basketball would help Monroe Central a lot this year, getting dropped down a little bit.
So 7 divisions for baseball, Toronto Division 6. The championship week is June 12th through the 15th at Canal Park in Akron. If Toronto gets to that point, their semifinal game would be Saturday, June 14th at Thurman Munson Stadium. And then if they would advance to the state championship. The D6 state championship is in Akron Canal Park on Saturday the 15th. 2-2. Offered at and missed by Henry. That's the second strikeout of the game for Braden Cover, back-to-back, as Russ Dickinson struck out for the final out of the first. For Cover, that's his 6th strikeout of the season, one away for Chase Hackathorn.
Yeah, he's pounding that zone, and it's pretty hard. Like I said, I don't have a gun back here, but he's throwing it right by the guys.
Strikeouts presented by WVU Medicine. Scoreless on your West Virginia Northern Community College scoreboard in the bottom right corner of your screen. And Cover's grooving.
Yeah, this kind of pitcher here, you have to walk up there being aggressive. I don't think he's going to walk a whole bunch of guys or get behind him, so you got to be aggressive, attack from the first pitch on.
Henry now 2 for 9 at the dish on the season after the strikeout. Hackathorn has yet to be retired. He's 3 for 3 with no homers and 3 runs batted in 2025.
Yeah, they're a little tardy. He's throwing, like I say, he's throwing real hard here. So you have to jump on a guy like that early. You can't wait till 2 strikes. Then he can throw a breaking ball or whatever in the dirt.
Cover, the righty, comes set and comes home 0-2. Breaking ball, tried to get Hackathorn to offer at it and missed. He stays patient, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, against a good pitcher like that, like I say, you can strike out on the first pitch, because if you get the 2 strikes, you're at a big disadvantage.
1-2, foul back. Hopefully it didn't hit my car.
Ooh. That's the most important thing when you go to a high school game.
Yep.
Not who's playing, where you park.
I tell this story. I think I've probably told it 2 or 3 times on live broadcasts. 1-2, swing and a miss.
Nice
3
ball.
strikeouts for Cover. Back when former News 9 sports anchor Julianne Pelusi worked here, her car was hit at Steubenville by a baseball. And the player that hit the ball was Quinn McCoy, who is our vice president and general manager's son. So it's like, at that point,
Tim should have gave her a bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
Should have thrown a little bonus her way during payday. That's funny. I never knew that one.
No balls and a strike now to Wiseman, who's 3 for 4 at the dish. Quinn went on to play collegiate baseball at Baldwin-Wallace University. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away for Wiseman, who pops this one up straight away. Petrie's going to have a chance at it near the fence.
Right on our heads.
It hit our roof.
Yep. I say, his command. It's funny. When he's on the mound, he don't look that big. When he walked in here, though, he's big. He's tall. He's about 6'2", 6'3". Only a junior. And I think he got some colleges looking at him. Anybody that throws that hard and with that good breaking ball and that control, you're going to be wanted.
0-2, 2 away. Braden Cover trying to strike out the side in the second. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he had him there. Just if he threw it a little bit higher, he had him.
3 consecutive punch-outs for the righty Cover.
The catcher just made a motion of 1 inch to the coach. It was 1 inch outside.
We've got a breaking ball coming here at 1-2. Will Wiseman offer at it? He does. Strike 3. Braden Cover strikes out the side. His 4th of the game. Strikeouts presented by WVU Medicine. And we are 1-2-3 in the second. Through 2. No score. We've got a good one on our hands, folks. The West Virginia Northern Community College scoreboard reads: Wheeling Central, nothing. Toronto, nothing. 3rd inning next.
My name is Kaylee Blake, and I am a registered nurse here at WVU Medicine. What I really love about WVU Medicine is just the teamwork that we have here. I feel like all together on each floor we have a great team, and we can go to each other with any questions that we always have. I really think the support here is really strong, from our nurse managers up to our nurse supervisor, to the faculty, the nurses, the PAs, the doctors, and the aides. We all just work together as a big team.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jeffrey Crook. In Brooke County Schools, we are extremely proud of all of our STEM programs.
We offer STEM activities in all grades, providing students opportunities to incorporate critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and communication in all they do. We encourage hands-on learning with real-life applications to prepare them for the challenges of the modern job market. Children in grades K to 4 participate in Project Lead the Way, equipping them to thrive in an ever-changing society from a young age.
Brooke County Schools, the place to be.
Shop local, sponsored by M&M Hardware.
Spring is here, and it's time to get your home and yard ready for the season. At M&M Hardware, we're your local shop for everything you need this spring.
From flowers and mulch to top quality lawnmowers, we've got you covered.
Need advice? Our experts are here to help you find the perfect mower for your lawn.
Shop local at M&M Hardware for great prices, great service, and get everything ready for the season.
Hey, visit us today and make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
The WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam on Fox 9 is sponsored by WVU Medicine and West Virginia Northern Community College.
And welcome back to the Gem City, ladies and gents, boys and girls. We've got ourselves a pretty darn good pitching matchup on our hands. Aiden Philby only allowing 2 hits. Braden Cover keeping the Red Knights hitless. No scores. We enter the top of the third. Rich Donnelly kind of expected this. These are 2 of the better teams in our area in 2025. Obviously, one from the Buckeye State, one from West Virginia, and both teams with state championship goals this season.
Yeah, you're down to, we said at the beginning of the telecast that runs are golden now. And now you're in a 5-inning game, so you know, anything you could do to get the lead in this game is huge with these guys, the way they're pitching, because it doesn't look like you're going to have a big inning, you know, and put an ugly number up there. It looks like if you can get 1 or 2, you know, chip away, somehow get a run on the board, what an advantage with the pitchers that you have on both sides.
9-1-2 for the Maroon Knights here on the top of the third. Luke Tiu offers it pitch 1 and misses. Aiden Philby coming at him with a heater. No balls and 1 strike. Tiu on the season, 2 for 3 with no home runs and 3 runs batted in. 0-1, popped up. A chance at it in foul territory, but not hit high enough for the catcher McGrath to run underneath of it. Count now 0-2.
Yeah, facing, you got to get this 9th place hitter out. I mean, he's so important. Sometimes as a pitcher, you tend to let up a little bit. You got to get this guy out because the top of the order is coming next. And if this guy gets on, what a bonus for Wheeling Central.
Philby looking for his first punch out of the game. Tries to get Tiu to chase. He does not. Philby with 7 strikeouts in his first appearance of the season. Went 5 scoreless, only allowed 2 hits. Didn't walk anybody as well. 1-2, now 2-2.
Yeah, you want to make something happen on this pitch here. You don't want to go 3-2 on your 9th place hitter. Got to make him hit the ball here.
Got him. Fastball elevated. Tiu cuts at it and missed. That's a WVU Medicine strikeout to start the top of the third. It's Philby's first of the game, 8th of the season. Top of the order time as Braxton Billick steps into the box.
Like I say, that bottom of the order, you got to get those guys out, because if you don't, it enables the top of the order to hit in that 3rd or 4th time.
Billick grounded out 4-3 in the first inning. Takes strike 1 in the third. Barrel of Billick's bat is pink. Easy to spot. 1-1.
Yeah, you can also see where you hit the ball on there. You know, unlike the torpedo bats.
What are your thoughts on those?
I'm waiting to see what guys think. I've talked to a few guys. I know Aaron Judge doesn't use one, and he's getting home runs.
1-1 into right center field, but ahead of Chase Heckathorn. Leaped at it, had a chance, but over the head of Heckathorn. And that's Billick's first hit of the game. 1 out and 1 on for the Maroon Knights as Hatfield steps into the box. Take a look at it here on the replay.
Yeah, he almost got the boy. Jumped a little bit too soon, looked like. Just barely. Just barely. Let's see if Wheeling Central, see if they start the runner here. Leadoff hitter.
They tried Billick at first, and he's back safely.
They got to be careful. He has a really good move over there.
Hatfield stranded, or not stranded, was thrown out at third in that good move Rich was talking about by Aiden Philby in a pickoff attempt. First pitch, a strike. But back to the torpedo bats, you know, my thing is, you know, if professional golfers can enter a swing lab and a person can see how they strike a baseball or strike a golf ball, how it spins, and they're able to tailor the golf club to those specificities, and that's legal,
yep,
you might as well be able to do it in baseball as well. And they're on their way to Pittsburgh, reportedly.
The thing is, it doesn't guarantee you're going to hit better. I know a lot of guys probably that use a torpedo bat to hit 190, but
right, yeah, no,
but it gives them a better chance.
Absolutely, it does. And when Pirates beat writer Noah Hiles, who covers the team for the Post-Gazette, asked Jared Triolo about it, Triolo got out a bat and showed Noah in the clubhouse as this is into left field for a base hit, so first and second for the Maroon Knights. He showed Noah all the marks on his bat and said, "Look at all these. If I was using a torpedo bat, this would be more towards the center of the bat."
Ball would have
and
been,
that's the whole, you know, an MIT physicist invented those that worked for the Yankees, and the whole motivating factor of it was they found that close to 90% of contact that Anthony Volpe, their shortstop, made on the bat was in that area, and they just transferred all the wood and all the weight
into that area, so the ball's going to go further and harder. Yeah, makes sense.
So Philby in a little bit of a tough spot here. First and second with one out to the three-hitter Seth Cover takes strike one.
The way these guys are all throwing 98 and 100, I think they ought to let them use like a Freddie Flintstone bat.
Yeah.
Because these guys are really throwing hard.
Especially when number 30 for the Pirates toes the rubber.
Yeah. That's not fair. That inside move again.
Yep, almost getting Billick at second, but he's able to get back safely.
You do the inside move when you think he's going to steal, not when you're going to pick him off. Like on the first one, they got him going toward third. You're not going to pick him off on the inside move at second. You try to get him to run.
Billick on second, Hatfield on first. A one breaking pitch called a strike. It's now 0-2 to Cover, who grounded out his first time up. Hatfield now 2 for 2, a pair of singles. Billick 1 for 2.
That's something I learned from Jim Leland. Sometimes we have a guy on second, you have a really good hitter up there. You can't give your attention to both of them. You have your attention is to the good hitter. The heck with the runner. You got to get this guy to play it out.
0-2 in the air towards center field. Dickinson in. Heckathorn back. Dickinson makes a diving catch.
Beautiful catch. When that ball was first hit, I thought had a chance of the infield fly rule, but it was hit too far out. Again, that wind is blowing to the left. It knocked the ball down a little bit. Dickinson would come in and made a great catch.
Let's look at it.
I thought it was a pop-up in the infield. It went a little deeper than that. Dickinson came a long way. Yeah, that wind blowing like to left, it knocked the ball down a little bit. Great. He's a pretty good athlete, and he made a nice catch.
Took a good angle at it, Russ Dickinson. Another three-sport athlete here at Toronto High School. That's one of the ones that you put a star next to in the score sheet. So it's still first and second. It keeps Billick at bay. Neither runner tag up. First and second with 2 away to Zane Rosnick, who grounded out in the second.
Toronto so far made 2 good defensive plays that saved probably 3 runs. At third base, Henry, and then Dickinson there. That saved a run, or at least they would have had their bases loaded at worse.
Another pickoff attempt by Philby, but no throw.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this with the left-hand hitter with 2 outs. You got to get the hitter. You shouldn't be still in third with a left-hand hitter with 2 outs anyway, so get the hitter. Go after the hitter.
Well, that's one of the old cardinal sins of baseball. You never want to make the final out of third.
Yeah, there's no reason. With a left-hand hitter, it's easy throw for the catcher.
Just missed outside to Rosnick.
And sometimes I say that if he's paying too much attention to that guy at second who's not going to run, half of his attention is not to the hitter, and then all of a sudden he makes a hanging breaking ball or throws a bad fastball to bat location, and boom.
2-0 on the ground right side. Heckathorn can end the inning, and he does. A great defensive showing from Russ Dickinson in center. Philby works his way out of a little bit of a jam. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. And we head to the bottom of the third, scoreless on your West Virginia Northern Community College scoreboard. These two undefeated teams scoreless. We'll be back.
Here at Alco Furniture, we believe comfort is everything. Visit our showroom today to see our collection of sofas, recliners, and appliances. We have top brands like GE, Speed Queen, Lazy Boy, Catnapper, and Ultra Comfort lift chairs. We have a diverse collection of furniture to fit every style and budget. Best of all, enjoy hassle-free delivery right to your door. Discover the difference of shopping local. Visit Alco Furniture in Follinsby today before you buy anywhere else.
The Hep C Cure Squad is here for your protection. Cause if you are uncertain, my suggestion is get tested. The time is now, find your nearest local clinic. What's exquisite, if it's hard for you to travel, they do home visits. You're not alone, listen, they're here to help. You deserve to focus on your future well-being and health. This next line is tremendously important. You don't have to pay a dime, a single cent, or need insurance. Doc Hep C, I speak screaming, yell it loudly. Don't you ever doubt me, come and get your cure from Central Outreach.
There are so many Medicare insurance plans available, which can make it difficult to know which plan is right for you.
That's why we invite you to reach out to the team at Yost Insurance, where for the past 15 years, we've been serving Ohio Valley residents. Our experience and expertise can help guide you through the process of choosing the right Medicare insurance plan to fit your needs.
So visit us online at yostinsurance.com or call our downtown Steubenville office.
Well, what do they say, Rich? Defense wins championships. Defense has definitely kept Wheeling Central off the scoreboard. A play in the second inning by the third baseman for Toronto, Michael Henry, and then Russ Dickinson trying to get on Sports Center with that diving catch in center field.
Yeah, they saved at least 3 runs right there. And like I say, that's what Toronto has to do. They have to make, of course, the routine plays, and then you throw in a couple of real good plays, and you have a chance. And they're at the bottom of the third. Now we've got this down to about a 4-inning game. So when I think Toronto's a little bit of the underdog here with Wheeling Central having a great pitching. So you just got to hang in there, and hope they make a mistake, and maybe you get a couple hits and things like that. Because I don't think this is going to be a 10-9 game by any chance.
Well, we're definitely not on pace for it. Outside to the 8-hitter, Tanner Newbold. It'll go Newbold, Barkis, and then back to the top of the order for Brian Perkins and Caden McGrath. 1 ball and no strikes to Newbold, who's 3 for 7 at the dish in 2025. Braden Cover struck out the side in the second. There's strike number 1 to Newbold. 4 Ks for Cover, whose last name starts with a C, not a K, even though it's alliteration.
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, he's
1-2.
Pounding that strike zone. Nice frame job by the catcher. That ball's moving, too. It's not straight.
You can tell he's building momentum. A big-time second inning with 4 Ks, working fast, working efficiently, trying for strikeout number 5. Pitch just a tad too low at 2-2.
Yeah, I like these pitchers to get the ball and get on the rubber. Don't be walking around looking up at the sun, rubbing the ball up. That means you're nervous and you don't know what you're doing. This kid knows what he's doing.
2-2 towards the right side on the ground. It's Crinity on to first, 1 away.
Hey, both these teams this is a great game for both teams because they're going to see teams like each other when they get to the tournament on both sides of the river.
Oh, and you can't tell me that Monroe Central and Wheeling Central playing each other in basketball 3 times this season didn't help.
Right, exactly right, yeah.
Number 9 hitter is Cole Barkis. 3 for 7 is the shortstop in 2025. First pitch outside a ball. Of course, Wheeling Central coming off of a 2025 West Virginia AA State Basketball Championship.
They got a great program down there. They do good in all sports, and they're there every year.
1-0. Hit hard, but foul out of play.
Yeah, Coach Young, Coach Stevens, and Coach Cover, they do a great job down there.
Yep.
Good athletes. Their basketball team was really fun to watch this year.
The girls basketball team at Wheeling Central in contention as well. They were the #1 seed in the AA girls bracket. We're runner-up finishers to Charleston Catholic. Roberta Oliage, the girls basketball coach, the softball program at Wheeling Central, always in contention as well.
They do it the right way.
1-2. Barkus takes outside. It's 2-2 to the Red Knight shortstop. Count runs full. You want to talk about, stability and constant success, too. You can certainly point towards the Red Knights. Sean Tucker does a phenomenal job with the basketball program. Josh Franke paving the way to Jared Obuel in football. They've had some tremendous talent that you've seen on this baseball field as Barkus hops one over to third. Cover goes up, makes the catch, and a good throw over to first base. Seth Cover to Zane Rosnick. Hops up on a hop, throw over to first base to retire Barkus.
Beautiful play.
We'll take a look at it as the out goes 5-3 for out number 2. Seth helping his brother Braden out.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Good extension. And tell me you play quarterback without telling me you play quarterback. That's a good throw.
And he knew enough to bounce it over there. And a great scoop.
2 away, top of the order, Caden McGrath for the Red Knights as this scoreless ball game sees a batter with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. First pitch, a strike to McGrath. He grounded out his first time up.
I like the fact that Cover, he can throw his breaking ball almost anytime he wants it for a strike. If you can do that, you don't get into a pattern where they could figure out what you're throwing.
Ooh. That's a foul ball.
I think it hit his bat. Yeah.
It definitely hit his bat. McGrath is shaking his hand like it hit his hand. Brian Perkins thinks it did hit his hand. He's looking at it. As McGrath tries to... It's one of those things that it could have definitely made contact with his hand, but I heard the bat.
Yeah, could have got both. Could have got both. I think he was bleeding a little bit.
Oof.
Probably could have hit both simultaneously. Hit your hand while it's on the bat.
So we'll wait and see how they approach it here with McGrath.
That's a tough call for an umpire because it sounds like...
It
sounds like wood, but you know what? That ball probably, if he's bleeding, it definitely hit his hand somehow.
We've got a replay.
Yeah, it looked like it hit his hand.
And the top of the bat. I think you're right. I think it definitely hit both.
Yeah.
He was able to get that left hand out of the way, dropped it out, but that right hand and the knuckles still covering the, obviously grasping onto the handle of the bat there.
Yeah, that ball at that speed, it'll make your fingers move.
Yeah, yes it will. McGrath still in the home dugout, receiving a little bit of medical attention. Try to get him back out there. These two teams in action tomorrow. Toronto back at home against United, and then it's a battle of Ohio County at I-470 with Wheeling Central hosting the Lindsley School. Both of those games scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. As they're still checking out McGrath. Looks like they're applying some tape to the right hand there of the catcher McGrath. And he's the catcher, too. So, I mean, as far as his ability to be able to throw the ball down to second base, that might be impacted here as well. Try and get you some around the area scores here in a moment of some games in progress. A beautiful day here in the Ohio Valley. As far as softball is concerned, pretty darn good one between Steubenville Big Red and Weir High. That game's scoreless. Madonna baseball up on Trinity Christian 10-3. Now 11-3 as I say that. That game is in the bottom half of inning number 2. in Weirton.
Yeah, Madonna got a nice team. Got some nice players.
Cambridge is trailing to Union Local 2-0. And as far as Steubenville and Weir baseball goes, the Big Red up 6-2 over the Red Riders. Coming up next week, a week from Thursday, our next WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam baseball game at Mazeroski Field in Cadiz as Harrison Central hosting Indian Creek. You'll be able to watch it the same way you're watching this one, Fox 9, or if you're live streaming it next week, next Thursday, 5 o'clock. Two Ohio teams, Rich, that we've followed in recent years that have had deep, deep runs in the Ohio State tournament.
Yeah, Creek to the Final Four, right, last year?
Uh-huh.
And they got 3 or 4 players back that are going to go play college ball, and one's going to play for my son down at Marshall, Ty Householder. So almost all the guys from that team, Final Four team, coming back.
No balls and 2 strikes to McGrath. Not clutching that right hand or anything, so it looks like he's okay. Chokes up on the bat with 2 strikes. Way up there. Petrie tried to frame it up. Failed to do so, 1-2.
He tried to pull it back in there. Yeah, he's really choked up.
1-2, cut at and miss. Strike 3. McGrath down on strikes. He's 0 for 2. 5th WVU Medicine strikeout for Braden Cover, and it retires the side. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Bottom 3 complete. Top 4 next. We're scoreless in Toronto.
My name is Frank Schiebel, and I'm a general surgeon at WVU Reynolds Memorial Hospital. So I think if you're a patient, considering surgery, I would think that part of your concerns would be post-operative pain, time off work, recovery time. I think all of these things are drastically improved with our robotic surgery techniques. That is, these surgeries are largely outpatient, so people come in, have the surgery, recover the rest of the time at home, and we get them back to work just as soon as possible.
Hi, I'm G&L Ream Man, and for years I've kept you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
I'm G&L Man, here to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Take that, Jack. I'm here to battle heat waves so you can feel as cool as me.
Oh, no! Ream's been producing award-winning heating and cooling solutions for more than 65 years. With G&L Heating and Ream, you're getting top-quality, innovative products with the latest technology. Welcome to the new degree of comfort. Call G&L Heating today. We appreciate your business and look forward to serving you.
April 11th and 12th, Schultz Ford Wheeling presents the toughest monster truck tour. The tour and WTOV9 would like to give you a chance to win a monster prize pack. Go to WTOV9.com. Click on the features and contest link to enter. 4 winners will be randomly selected to receive 4 tickets, 4 pit passes to get in early and see the trucks up close, and a $50 gift certificate for the souvenir stand. The toughest monster truck tour. Brought to you by Wheeling Island Casino Hotel. April 11th and 12th, West Banco Arena.
Top half of inning number 4. We're scoreless. Between Wheeling Central and Toronto, both pitchers doing a heck of a job in this one. Aiden Philby for Toronto, Braden Cover of Wheeling Central. Cover with 5 strikeouts. Philby only with 1, but Rich, his defense doing great work behind him.
Well, so far, this is as clean as high school game as I've seen all year. Not too many walks, great plays, routine plays. We call it a clean game, nice clean game. So again, now we got 4 innings to go. Let's see who can jump on top here.
Something to keep an eye on. McGrath on that throw down to second to end warm-ups here. Airmailed the second baseman covering the bag, and he's got that right thumb taped. And we know that Wheeling Central likes to run. Aiden Philby has kept Maroon Knight base runners honest. So definitely something to monitor here. As Coy Lipinski, the DH, takes ball 1. 1-0.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to get out of the comfort zone here shortly. Try to bunt, steal a base, something maybe you wouldn't normally do. Like I say, with these 2 pitchers, they're both throwing strikes.
1-1 misses. 2 balls and a strike to Lipinski, who singled and was thrown out at second base and a fielder's choice in the second. Two one, foul back into the glove of McGrath, and the count even at 2. In this scoreless matchup here in the 4th inning. Both teams right now is obviously still very early in the OVAC playoff picture, but both teams firmly in their respective top 4s. 2-2 popped up and fouled out of play. We'll do it again. In OVAC 3A, where Wheeling Central resides, they are again 5-0, and they sit at the top of the OVAC 3A standings. Followed by Barnesville, Monroe Central. Both of those squads undefeated as well. And Fort Fry in the top 4. Belair, Martins Ferry, Lindsley on the outside looking in at Class 3A. 3-2-2 fouled, I should say. And in OVAC 2A, Toronto right now second behind Caldwell, who is also 3-0. The Shadyside Tigers are 2-0. Their third, Clay Battelle, is 4th. And it's funny, you look at these records, some teams able to play due to the weather, some teams
haven't played
not.
yet.
You look at Caldwell, Toronto, Shadyside with 2 or 3 games. Clay Battelle's already played 8 times as this one's fouled back. And a lot of that obviously has to do, too, with the West Virginia season starting earlier.
Well, I got a feeling you're going to see both these teams in 2 tournaments, the OVAC in the top 4, and then in the Ohio and West Virginia, respectively.
I won't take you up on a bet for that, that's for sure. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steubenville Catholic Central, Lisbon, and Magnolia on the outside looking in at 2A as Lipinski fouls a third one back and out of play. So he is definitely staying alive and doing his due diligence at the plate with 2 strikes.
Yeah, in high school, you have to have probably at least 1, but 2 good pitchers to advance. Because once you get up there, start playing district and regional, you play sort of back to back, and you got to have that second pitcher.
Lipinski calls time. 2-2 called, strike 3 on the outer third. Lipinski respectfully disagrees, but that's Philby's second strikeout of the game. Strikeouts presented by WVU Medicine. 1 away for Cade Coronas, the left fielder. Another look at it here.
Yeah, nice breaking ball.
Yep, this one catches the outer
Outside,
third.
Outer third. Framed pretty well. These catchers are all getting to do that pretty good now. They're catching one hand and bringing that ball back in the zone.
First pitch of ball to Coronas, who is 0 for 1. Grounding into that fielder's choice his last time up. 1-0, grounded towards first. Wiseman bobbled it, got it, stepped on the bag, 2 away.
Jack, in spring training, I didn't think I'd be a fan of the mechanical strike or whatever they call it, but they had that thing in spring training where they could, and they did it pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of liked it. I think they're going to do it next year in the big leagues.
It reminded me a lot of, you ever watch like Wimbledon or a tennis tournament and it's very,
as long as they do it quick.
Yep.
I don't think any umpire has a problem with this. When they lag, take all day to figure out.
1-0 called a strike, or first pitch called a strike to Crinity.
And then as you watch this basketball tournament, they do it like it's like the last 3 minutes they're over at the scorer's table more than they're refereeing.
Crinity walked his first time up, 1-0-1 towards short. Really tough play. Barkus a throw over, almost no chance.
No use to throw that ball.
Yep, Henry dove at it, couldn't get it. Barkus gloved it, kept it in the infield. We'll score that one a hit for Matt Crinity, his first of the ball game. Second time on base. 2 away with a runner on first for the catcher, Clay Petrie.
Yeah, you want to get in the no-double situation here. The third baseman can guard the line a little bit. Outfielders can back up a little bit. You don't want that ball going to the wall. Any ball that goes to the wall is going to score the runner. So you don't want no doubles.
Crinity with 2 stolen bases this season. Again, got to keep an eye on this with the catcher McGrath, who was hit near the hand and on the bat at the plate. Last half innings, got tape on his throwing hand on his right thumb. Another pickoff attempt from Aiden Philby over to Wiseman at first base. No score, top 4. 2 away for the number 8 hitter Petrie, and the backstop for Wheeling Central. First pitch home is low and in for ball 1. Petrie grounded out towards third base in that play to end things for Michael Henry. Another pickoff throw.
Yeah, see, when you're a pitcher like this, you got a guy that can run. Again, you have to have your attention on one or the other. You can't come up in the set and not know which way you're going. That's almost a block. That ball was hammered.
And into left field, right at Newbold's side, retired. As this game still remains scoreless. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Crediti stranded at first. 0-0 on your West Virginia Northern Community College scoreboard. Bottom 4 coming up.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs? Look no further than Scassa's Laney Tire. Need new tires? With all your favorite brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal, Scassa's Laney Tire has what you need. This month at Scassa's, get a free wheel alignment with your purchase of 4 new tires. Stop by Scassa's Laney Tire in Steubenville or East Springfield for new tires, expert service, and unbeatable deals.
Is your body feeling stiff or sore? Is your mind filled with stress or anxiety? If you said yes, then you need to book an appointment right away with Tranquil Touch in Moundsville. Tranquil Touch has 3 massage therapists who are qualified to give your body the care it needs. Take a break from the world and let your mind and body relax here at Tranquil Touch. Call now or book your appointment online today. We are by appointment only and hours may vary. Tranquil Touch, let us melt away your stress.
At Autumn Behavioral Health Center, we believe recovery is possible. We'll support you in making positive changes in your life through a variety of services, including psychiatry, individual counseling, intensive outpatient groups, medication-assisted treatment, and case management. We work with children, teens, and adults, and accept most insurance, including all Ohio Medicaid. Call Autumn Behavioral Health Center in St. Clairsville and Cadiz, Ohio at 614-219-9394 or visit autumntreatment.com.
Yeah, right there, you quick pitch the hitter because the runner on first, sometimes you hold and step off, sometimes you throw to first, and sometimes you quick pitch. Philby quick pitched and got away with it because the runner on third or first, he's waiting for the pitcher to pick his leg up. He didn't even hardly do that. He quick pitched him and boom. Very smart move. There's all kind of ways to discourage a runner from going a pitch out, a throw over, like I say, a quick pitch, a hold, and that time he did a quick pitch, and that is done so the runner won't run.
A lot of high IQ baseball on display between these two teams today.
I'll tell you what, that was good. They did the inside move before and then a quick pitch there. This game may go on forever.
Bottom 4, no score. You see it in the bottom right corner of your screen there. That's Rich Donnelly. I'm Jack Hillgrove. Happy to be alongside with you here this afternoon in the Gem City. 3-0 Toronto hosting 5-0 Wheeling Central. Both of these teams OVAC champions a year ago, bringing a ton back from last year's squad to their respective 2025 teams. First pitch swung at by number 20 for the Toronto Red Knights, Aiden Philby, and he's aboard. Game's first hit for Toronto.
Let's see what Toronto does here. Again, we're in the, even though it's in the, 4th inning, we're in like a 3.5 inning, 4-inning game. This would be like the 6th or 7th inning in a 9-inning game. So let's see if they bunt him over. But he has a hole over there on the right side with a guy holding him on too. So we'll see what Coach Perk does here. Or he could steal.
Slow roller towards the left side. Game's first hit for Toronto. The 2-hitter Philby aboard, now 1 for 2. Drake Boucher to the dish. He walked his first time up. He was the lone base runner of the game for Toronto until Philby reached. And Philby can run. 5 stolen bases so far this season. Cover checks him twice. Philby stays put. Slow roller towards first.
Foul ball.
Yep. We'll do it again. Rosnick was there to cover the bag, but the ball foul.
You know, sometimes in this game, this Cover throws so many strikes that you could start your runner and have faith in your hitter that he's going to at least put the ball in play, stay out of the double play, and then you get your guy at scoring position. So we'll see what Perk does here.
0-2 to Drake Boucher. Braden Cover looking for strikeout number 6. Got it. Swinging and missing is Drake Boucher. Throwback down to first by Petrie. Philby is safe. That's a WVU Medicine strikeout, the 6th of the game for Braden Cover. He's grooving for out number 1.
Center fielder, Russ Dickinson.
Throw over to Philby, tag applied. Philby safe.
Yeah, you want to, when you do your hit and runs, you want to do them against a guy who throws strikes. You don't want to do them against a Randy Johnson who throws the ball over the place. You want to throw it against a guy who throws the ball right down the middle all the time or right on the corner like Cover does. So I won't be surprised if they tried one here.
Called strike. Quick pop from Petrie and a look down at first base. No throw. Count 0-1 to Russ, who is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. Another pickoff attempt. Oh, skips, throw down, Philby safe.
As a runner here, you're taught to look for the ball on its action toward home. If you see the ball going in the dirt, just go ahead and go. Then you don't have to wait. Just look for it. Look for it going in the dirt when it leaves the pitcher's hand. That's the way you teach it as a runner. So if it hits in the dirt, just go. If he scoops it, he scoops it.
1-1 hit towards second, chance for 2. Criniti goes to short. Hatfield covering the bag, and that's the only play they've got.
Juggle a little bit. Yeah, he juggled it after he came off the base. So here we are with 2 outs. You got a pretty good guy on first, pretty good runner. Dickinson. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to steal. If he's thrown out, you got your second place hitter leading off the inning. So let's see what they're doing.
Michael Henry steps in, 2 away, 1 out, or 2 away, 1 on, I should say.
Got a nice lead over there at first, a huge lead. You got to be careful you don't get picked off here. You got a quick move.
No tag.
As a base runner, what you're looking for here, when he bends that back knee, as soon as he bends that knee, you can take off because that means he has to go home.
Another giant lead for Dickinson.
Close.
Did they get him? Almost.
Yeah. Looks like he wants to run. Like I say, as a runner, I talked to some great base stealers and Ricky Henderson, of course, and Maury Wills, and they said, look at the back knee. As soon as he bends that knee, that means he has to go home.
He got that right hand in there just in time. Foul back into the glove of the catcher, Petrie. 0-1 with 2 away.
Like I say, sooner or later, somebody's got to take a chance here.
Still a pretty sizable lead for Dickinson at first. He doesn't run. Strike 2.
Good time to run here. 2 strikes. You might, like I say, you might catch a breaking ball here and give you more time to steal that base.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dickinson on first. Henry at the dish. Into left field. Base hit. Dickinson rounding second. Takes a couple of steps toward third and retreats back to second base. But Michael Henry aboard for his 3rd hit of 2025. It's first and second, 2 away for Chase Eckathorn. 2-strike base hit with 2 outs. All you can ask for.
That's it. He did a nice job. Again, here now, Dickinson. Okay, Cover's going to the mound. Talk to son, and probably said, Dad, I'm okay. Let me out of here. I'm good.
Yeah, this doesn't necessarily mean a pitching change is forthcoming. Todd Cover, the pitching coach for Wheeling Central before taking over as the head coach. So this is his area of specialty. Fox 9 call to the mound as Braden heads back to the rubber, Dad back to the dugout.
I'm sure there was some discussion there with the infielders. Guys, we got to knock the ball down. Play deep, knock the ball down. And on the other end, Dickinson's on second. He can get, if they're not holding him on, which they're not now, you can look out and see there's no one near him. He has to get a big lead. As a third base coach, you got to get your runner off there so he can score on a base hit, especially in a game like this.
Called a strike to Chase Eckathorn, 0-1. Eckathorn struck out in the second.
Yeah, Dickinson has a nice lead. It's called a 2-out lead. You get a little more. As he pitches the ball, you bounce off there.
Called a strike, 0-2.
Now here's a runner we always used to tell him, coaching third, if you see the guy's going to swing, go. Because if it swings a miss, he's out anyway, or foul ball. If you see him going to swing, if you see the ball going down the middle, and you can read him swinging, you take off as soon as you see the bat going to the ball.
0-2 outside.
You don't have to wait for the ball to get to the catcher. You can, like I say, if you see that hitter swing, as soon as he starts to swing, you go and you get that extra step at second.
That's Russ Dickinson on second, Michael Henry on first. 1-2, 2 outs in the fourth.
Ooh, that was close. I don't particularly like the shortstop holding him on here. Then you're leaving that big hole over there at short. You know, if anybody was going to hold him on, you'd have a second baseman. But there's an awful big hole over there between third and short. Just a medium ground ball would be a base hit.
Two chopped. Right side, Cover tries to pick it up, but it drifts foul. Couple of those.
Yeah, today, yeah, almost identical, yeah. Yeah, as a third base coach, you make the sign to the guy at second. On contact, you got to go, man. You got to go. Take off. Take a chance.
Wind picking up. You can see the camera moving. You can hear it a tad. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Braden Cover. Punch out number 7. Keeps a goose egg on the board. No runs, a hit. No errors, 2 left. We're through 4. And no runs are on the board.
For over 140 years, we've been writing our story together, cheering on local teams, supporting our schools, and standing beside local businesses every step of the way. At Belmont Savings Bank, your local community bank, we say thank you for being the heart of our community. Your trust, growth, and support inspire us to give back and make your story part of ours. Let's keep writing it together. We'd love to help you with your story.
Lightning Lizard Auto Sales wants to help you hit the road in a quality pre-owned vehicle. Since 2021, we have helped over 1,000 people get a vehicle at a great price. If you need a car, we make it simple and stress-free to get behind the wheel. With a wide selection of reliable vehicles and personalized financing options, we've got what you need to keep moving forward. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, we do it all. Check us out online or come see Lightning the Lizard and love the car buying experience again with Lightning Lizard Auto Sales.
April 11th and 12th, Schultz Ford Wheeling presents the toughest monster truck tour. The tour and WTOV9 would like to give you a chance to win a monster prize pack. Go to WTOV9.com. Click on the features and contest link to enter. 4 winners will be randomly selected to receive 4 tickets, 4 pit passes to get in early and see the trucks up close, and a $50 gift certificate for the souvenir stand. The toughest monster truck tour. Brought to you by Wheeling Island Casino Hotel. April 11th and 12th, West Banco Arena.
The WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam on Fox 9 is sponsored by WVU Medicine and West Virginia Northern Community College.
Beautiful night for baseball in the Gem City. And we've got a good one as we enter the top of the 5th inning. Jack Hillgrove and Rich Donnelly on hand for a scoreless bout between Toronto and Wheeling Central. The host Red Knights 3-0. The visiting Maroon Knights 5-0. Both teams OVAC champions a year ago with a lot back on their respective teams. And with that, obviously the goals increase, and rightfully so.
Yeah, we're into the money innings now. 5, 6, and 7. You play it a little bit different now. You don't want any doubles to lead off the inning here. I talk about the doubles a lot. You want to guard the line maybe a third, a little more, and make sure in the outfield no balls get by you for a double. You have to do that because one run is so important in this game.
Philby comes home, first pitch just a tad high on Luke Tiu, number 9 hitter for the Knights. Again, Got to be more specific. The Maroon Knights, because we've got a pair of Knights in this game. 9-1-2 for Wheeling Central. We can just stick to school names. 1-0 popped up into center field. Dickinson is retreating, and this one's over his head. Tiu's going to round second and head for third. Luke Tiu, a leadoff triple as he slides into third safely, and that fires up that first base dugout.
Yeah, what I was talking about, you cannot allow a ball hit over your head in this situation. You got to play way deep, give him a single, and that ball was way over his head.
The first extra base hit of the season for Luke Tiu, and anytime you can get that out of your 9-hitter.
Wow.
To set things up, especially leading off and setting things up for the top of your order. Big time, and Brian Perkins is going to come out and discuss some plans here with Aiden Philby and the rest of his infield.
Yeah, you got to figure out what you want to do here. You almost have to play in here. You don't want to. I hate to, like the old announcer Bob Prince used to say, when you play your infield in, you put 100 points onto the batting average. And you know what? He was about right. So here, with turf, you don't have to play way in, but if you play in the baseline, maybe you'll stop the runner from going. But you just can't stay back. A ground ball scores a run, and then you're going to have to beat Cover and get 2 runs off him. So let's see what they're going to do here. With the turf, you don't have to play way in. You could play right in the baseline and still get the guy at home. But if you play deep, a ground ball scores, and like I say, you're in the jackpot then. See, they're playing deep now. So just as a hitter, you just want to hit a ground ball up the middle, and they score a run.
Luke Tiu, a leadoff triple. Sets things up for the top of the order, and Braxton Billick for his third plate appearance of the game. We still have yet to see a run come across, and they're going to actually pick back over to third. Yep. Tiu is safe. What is obviously you try and get the guy out, especially with a leadoff runner at third. Is that the whole mindset when you try and throw over there?
Well, you're trying to keep him close, but if you're going to, now they're playing in. See, now.
Gotcha.
See, they're playing in. They make the throw to keep him close, and then they play in. Smart.
Strike one, because you look at it from the lens of you throw pickoffs to try and keep a guy from stealing.
Right.
Stealing home isn't very advantageous.
No.
But
you want to keep him close. They may have the contact play on here where if the ball's hit, he goes, or they may wait. I like with no outs to make the ball go through.
0-1, chopped. Philby jumps, looks at third, throws to first. Tiu stays put, one away.
Now, if you're Wheeling Central, I'll do both sides here. If you're Wheeling Central, you might put the contact play on with 1 out. No outs. Nah. 1 out, contact, you're going. Take a chance. If you're Toronto, you got to play in. You got to play in. And the third baseman here, if he just goes over a little bit toward the bag, he can make that runner stay close. As a coach, I always used to tell him, if that guy comes over, you stay close if we're not going.
2-hitter Gary Hatfield. Pitch called a strike. Hatfield 2 for 2, a pair of singles. Hatfield with 6 RBI this season as well.
Tough hitter. This is a guy from Wheeling Central you want up there. Just try to get this ball to the outfield somehow.
Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. Breaking ball by Philby. Puts the count at 0-2.
Now here you don't want to throw him a strike. Nothing in the strike zone where if the catcher catches it, it's a strike. You got to throw it outside the strike zone. Try to make him go fish for it. He's too good a hitter if you throw the ball over the plate.
Hatfield calls time as Philby comes set.
It looks to me like they haven't got the contact play on because the runner's not coming down the line very much. He's going to wait for the ball to go through. He only has about a 5-foot lead over there. And that's because they tried that pickoff before.
0-2. Foul back.
Stay aggressive, cover everything in the other batter's box. Go the other way.
As a catcher, you try to tell the pitcher, here, bounce it. I'll block it for you. Just bounce it. Don't throw it for a strike.
Instead, they go high and waste 1, 1, and 2.
Some pitchers here, they try to get the strikeout by throwing a strike. No, you get a strikeout here usually by throwing a pitch that looks like a strike, goes in the dirt, and you hope he swings because you need a strikeout here with this guy hitting.
Philby's 1-2. Home to Hatfield. Got him, strike three, swing
Nice
and a
pitch.
miss.
That's a beautiful pitch with a guy like that. So let's see if they can get out of this mess.
Second punch out, no third of the game for Aiden Philby. Strikeouts presented by WVU Medicine in Toronto, 2/3 of the way there from really battling back this inning. Luke Tiu led it off with a triple. There he is on third base. Braxton Billick grounded out back to Philby for out number 1. Hatfield just struck out for out number 2. Seth Cover tries to play hero and bring in the game's first run, takes ball 1. Seth, 0 for 2 his last time up, flew out to center field on that great play, a diving catch by Russ Dickinson out there in center. Philby's 1-0, high and tight. 2 balls and no strikes.
As a catcher here, you got to talk to the pitcher. You go talk to him or whatever, hand gestures to go hard. Don't think you're out of the inning. You're not. You got a big strikeout, and you have a tendency to let down. You got to go hard here to get this guy out.
2-0 low, 3-0.
Let's see if they give him a green light or not.
And this is the first 3-ball count of the game by Aiden Philby.
Yeah, he's been right there.
And I think Braden Cover only has 1 3-ball count because he did walk a batter.
Right.
Oh, no, I apologize. Second. He walked Crinity back in the second, and he walks Cover here for his second walk of the game.
Okay, this is interesting here. First and third, as a catcher, you have to know whether you're throwing through, whether you're throwing to third, whether you're faking, and you got to give a sign to your infielders. You don't want your infielders covering second if you're throwing to third, and vice versa. You don't want the third baseman covering third if you're throwing to second. You have to have a sign. Maybe they're not, if they're not throwing through, then the infielders don't move.
Rosnick pops this one up left side. Henry has a chance at it. Henry makes the play, and Toronto keeps Wheeling Central off the board. The home fans, the home players fired up after that top of the 5th inning. No runs a hit, no errors, 2 stranded. A leadoff triple results in nothing. Thanks to Toronto, Aiden Philby, and the Red Knights defense. We enter the bottom half of the inning. Coming up.
My name is Mike Campsey. I am an interventional cardiologist and the chief of cardiology at Wheeling Hospital. I think the value of HVI in this region is tremendous. We offer such a wide spectrum of services, from prevention to intervention. We're going to get the patient in as quickly as possible. That's the most tremendous benefit to the patients in this region is we're here 24/7. We're available to see somebody.
Summer is here. Are you ready to make the most of it? Imagine sipping coffee in the morning sun, hosting weekend barbecues, or lounging poolside with family and friends. And at Dutchman Decks, we build custom outdoor spaces designed for relaxation, entertainment, and lasting memories. With expert craftsmanship and top quality materials, we bring your vision to life, whether it's a cozy retreat or the ultimate gathering spot. But don't wait, summer won't. Book your summer deck consultation now. Deck your summer, relax, entertain, enjoy.
Are you getting money and benefits you deserve? Jefferson County Veteran Services is here for you. Our county veteran service officers are highly trained professionals and veterans. They're advocates working for county veterans and families to maximize the money and medical benefits you're entitled to. They understand the challenges our veterans and their dependents face and offer their services to you free of charge. Call the Jefferson County Veteran Services today to schedule an appointment and see what you may qualify for.
Welcome back to Fox 9 or the WTOV9 digital platforms. If you've been with us for the duration, thank you. If you're just joining us, we've got a good one. 0-0 in the bottom of the 5th as Toronto heads to the bat rack. The Red Knights defense doing its due diligence in the top of the 5th inning. A leadoff triple, no runs.
Yeah, kudos whoever picked this game to be on TV. This is one of the best of the season. You're going to say 2 great pitchers. You're seeing good defense, good strategy, good coaching all the way around. And like I said, I thought at the beginning 1 or 2 runs might win this game because I don't think it's going to be a game with those ugly numbers up there, 9-8, 9-7 with a lot of slop.
Yeah, Rob Metzger was all over this one. Once the schedules were finalized and coaches and ADs sent them our way, and we knew that this was going to be played. Rob said we're doing it on TV, and that was back in probably January or February.
And now we're, like I say, we're in the money innings now. You play this game a little different. You don't want no doubles leading off the inning. You want them to get 3 hits to win the game.
Lucas Wiseman at the dish, fouls the first one back, takes strike 2. It's 0-2 now from Cover to Wiseman. Wiseman struck out to end the second inning, tries to avoid being struck out to start the 5th. Cover trying for his 8th punch out of the game. Chop left side, third baseman Seth Cover, throw onto first, off the bag, but the first baseman Rosnick tags him, and that's out number 1. Was Wiseman questioning if he was in the base path here?
It was a nice play by the first baseman. He got his hat knocked around backwards, but he got the tag.
There's the throw from Cover.
Watch his hat.
Yep.
And it landed on his head. He couldn't do that if he tried that in a million years. That's unbelievable.
So the play goes 5-3. That's out number 1. 8-hitter Tanner Newbold fouls this one off of the catcher.
Off the end.
Yep.
Yeah, off the catcher, yeah. If he had a torpedo bat, that might have been a double. I don't think the high schools are going to have many aluminum torpedoes.
Probably not.
Aluminum's enough. One time we had our hitters in L.A. use the aluminum bats in BP. I think we lost 6 dozen balls.
I believe it. Probably several of them hitting 500 feet.
Well, what they could do with it's criminal.
Oh, 1 misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Newbold, who grounded out his first time up. One skip slow and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. No score, bottom 5.
Yeah, like I said, the previous inning, no doubles here in the outfield, especially with that wind blowing out. Any ball that's hit up in the air, it's going to go. So if you think you're deep enough, get 5 more feet. You can't have anything hit over your head.
2-1, grounded right side. Cornetti, the second baseman, on to first. 2 away.
Nice pitch.
Out to 5-3 and 4-3. 2 away for the 9-hitter Cole Barkis, who grounded out his last time up.
Shortstop, Cole Barkis.
He got really good movement on his fastball. It's really coming in on the right-handers. That one there came in on his fist about 2 inches above his hands. Really jammed him good.
First pitch inside ball 1.
See, that ball bored in really, really hard. He's throwing pretty hard for a high schooler. Ooh.
1-1. Did you see what Barry Bonds said a couple of weeks ago on that podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson?
I did not.
It's the All the Smoke podcast. Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson played in the NBA. They've got a podcast now, and they had Barry on, and they asked him about all these. And nowadays, it's commonplace, it seems, that these starting pitchers and relief pitchers hit triple digits on the radar gun. And they asked him if he thought that he could still hit a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. And the quote was, as long as I can see it, I can hit it.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet against that guy.
I don't doubt it. I saw it up close, and I still can't believe what he did. Like I say, he won 3 MVPs here. Then he went out there and won 4 more.
3-1 with 2 away as Cover steps off. I was thinking about that because obviously Barry Bonds is the home run champion, and that was such a sought-after record and a well-watched journey towards that. His 3-1 is offered at missed, and Alexander Ovechkin just became the all-time goal scorer in the National Hockey League.
Right. Those numbers are ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're not going to be broken. I mean, Barry Bonds is a home run record, I think, for probably another 30, 40, maybe 50 years. Called strike 3. Ovechkin's the same thing. That's the 8th punch out for Braden Cover. It's a WVU Medicine strikeout to end the inning as Toronto bows out 1-2-3 in the home half of the 5th. We're through 5. We've got no score. 8 hits in the ballgame total. Wheeling Central's got 6. Toronto's got 2. It's a good one with 2 very good teams that haven't lost yet. Top of the 6th coming up.
For over 140 years, we've been writing our story together, cheering on local teams, supporting our schools, and standing beside local businesses every step of the way. At Belmont Savings Bank, your local community bank, we say thank you for being the heart of our community. Your trust, growth, and support inspire us to give back and make your story part of ours. Let's keep writing it together. We'd love to help you with your story.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact.
It is so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Strengthen and tone your legs, increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance. Plus, stimulate healthy circulation.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better. It makes me feel stronger too.
Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Call and get upgraded to the Deluxe Bundle. Get the faster motor or 5 miles of steps per hour, the step counter, the sport mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
Top half of inning number 6, ready to roll in Toronto. Aiden Philby back out for his 6th inning of work. He will face batters 4, 5, and 6 for Wheeling Central, Zane Rosnick, Coy Lipinski, and Cade Coronis due to the plate this half inning. Happy to have you alongside here for a somewhat chilly night of baseball here in the Gem City, but the sun has been shining for a majority of this one, which is a much welcomed change of pace from last week with severe weather warnings and rain out the wazoo. First pitch outside, 1-0 to Rosnick, who is 0 for 2 at the dish, a pair of groundouts so far for Coy Lipinski, I should say.
Yeah, Jack, that flag in center is whipping out pretty good. A little bit toward the left now, but it's going pretty good. So you got to be cognizant of that in the infield and outfield.
It'll be Lipinski, Coronis, and Criniti here in the top half of inning number 6. 2-0, fouled.
Right on his hands, good pitch. Yeah, you got to feel 1 run will be enough here the way these guys are going. So like I say, it's real important that you make the routine play, you don't walk people, and just execute. Just like I say, now every pitch is gold. Every pitch.
Yeah, Rosnick flew out in foul territory to end the 5th. I forgot to write that on my score sheet, which is why I thought Rosnick was up, and that was obviously incorrect. So Rosnick is 0 for 3. Lipinski is 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th, and faces a 2-strike count here in the top of the 6th to lead things off. Aiden Philby comes set, comes home to McGrath. Pitch outside, runs full.
Okay, you got to come throw it right down the middle here. Maybe it'll move a little bit as a catcher. Sit right down the middle. Don't try to be too cute here. Make him hit the ball.
3-2. Got it. Strike
yep.
3. Breaking ball cut on and missed by Lipinski. That is the 4th strikeout of the game for Aiden Philby. 1 away for Cade Coronis.
Jack, our camera people are doing a great job today. They're getting some great shots and great replays and just doing a great job. Big league all the way.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
They are, man. I don't know how they do it.
Top 6. First pitch to Coronis, runs inside, 1-0. Coronis 0 for 2, grounding into fielder's choice in the 2nd, unassisted at first base in the 4th.
As a catcher here, you got to take charge. You got to tell your pitcher, left-hand hitter, ball hit to the first baseman, you got to get your butt over there. If you don't tell them, they're not going to do it. You got to go out and tell them. You got to say, hey, ball hit to the right side, you get over. Real important here.
Sun creeps back out, 1-0, called a strike. We're even.
Because the last thing you want to do here, ball hit the first and the pitcher doesn't cover. you can't give up a base runner, especially in this game.
1-1 low, 2-1. Who do you like tonight, Florida or Houston?
Well, I almost went to Florida, so I'm going to go with the Gators. And I think I mean, Houston's unbelievable, that game they won. They scored, 11 points? They were in like 10 seconds or something. I mean, but Florida's been pretty consistent the second half of the year. They play good defense, so I mean, it's going to be close, but I'm going to go with the Gators.
I think I agree with you. 2-2 misses high to Coronas, 3-2 the count. 3-2 one away. No score in the top of the sixth between these two undefeateds. Wheeling Central 5-0. They play Lindsley tomorrow. Toronto 3-0. They play United tomorrow at home. 3-2 outside, ball 4. Wheeling Central's game tomorrow at home as well. 1 out, 1 on. That's the third walk of the game for Aiden Philby, and it'll bring Matt Cronity to the dish. Cronity 1 for 1. Walked in the second, singled in the fourth.
Okay, 1 out here. You're going to play double play depth in the infield, where you can turn 2, and then again, no doubles in the outfield.
First pitch high and into Cronity.
See, as a catcher right now, his last 4 pitches have been all to the left of the or inside to the right-hand hitter. So you might walk out and tell him, hey, get on top more. You got to see that as a catcher.
Throw back down to first.
And he could be getting a little tired. I'm not sure how many pitches he has. He's probably up around 65, 70. And sometimes when you get up a little high, 70, 80, your arm drags and the ball goes inside to a right-hand hitter and away from a left-hand hitter. You just get tired. You drop your arm.
Yeah.
And you don't even know you're doing it.
Philby picked back over to first, almost getting a dive in Coronas.
He's got a really good move. This is where if you have a really good left-handed first baseman, you get that balls thrown like that, you get that tag down. I always think of the guy, back in the day, Keith Hernandez was really good at that. He could really slapping the tag on the guy with being a left-handed first baseman.
Runner takes off, first steal attempt of the game, and
easy.
McGrath isn't going to try it. Again, back in the early portion of this game, McGrath was hit near the hand on a foul ball at the plate. Brian Perkins comes to the mound, and then because of that, they taped up the thumb of the catcher McGrath and potentially might have a little bit of an issue throwing the ball down to second base, so he opts not to.
Yeah.
It's a stolen base for Coronas, his 4th of the season. And with 1 out, the Maroon Knights have a runner in scoring position. But just last inning at the plate, nobody out, and a runner 90 feet away, and Toronto was able to make it work.
Again, Perk probably told him, hey, guys, hold the runner on a little bit, and we got to knock this ball down.
One low to Cronity. 2-1 now with a runner on second base. Time call. Toronto 24-4 last season, fell in the Division 4 District, East District semis to Berlin Highland, 12-1. Wheeling Central won OVAC 3A. Toronto OVAC 2A champs last year. The Maroon Knights won the 3A title over Lindsley. Able to get to the regional finals. Throw back down to second. Creeps away from Barkus, but the runner at second base, Corona, stays put. Of course, we were talking earlier, too, about that Region 1 final, best of 3 between the Maroon Knights and the Yellow Jackets of Williamstown. Wheeling Central lost that series 2-1. All 3 games in that best of 3 decided by 1 run. 17-16, 1-0, and 6-5. A little bit of everything. If you had the over in the first game, you were jumping up and down. If you had the over in the second game, you were not jumping up and down. And then you've got a moderately scoring affair in the final game of that series in Williamstown that Wheeling Central fell in. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Philby struck out Lipinski to start the inning. Coronas walked and stole second. That's where he resides. 2-2, 1 away. Scoreless in the top of the 6th. Philby throws back over to second, and they're going to get Lipinski in a Coronas in a jam.
Good rundown.
And Michael Henry tags him out between second and third. The second time of the game that Aiden Philby was able to trick a runner and able to get him out, and that's huge. Huge.
If you're not running, which I don't think he was, he got duped. There's no reason to get he got duped.
The out goes 1-4-5 for the second out of the game. And all of a sudden, the dynamic of the inning changes completely because it's a 2-strike pitch with 2 outs. Slow roller to Henry on to first, and it's over. The inning is over. And that fires up the home fans here in the Gem City as Toronto gets out of a jam. An unconventional 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, nobody left. Bottom 6 coming up. Red Knights to the bat rack next.
My name is Kaylee Blake, and I am a registered nurse here at WVU Medicine. What I really love about WVU Medicine is just the teamwork that we have here. I feel like all together on each floor we have a great team, and we can go to each other with any questions that we always have. I really think the support here is really strong, from our nurse managers up to our nurse supervisor, to the faculty, the nurses, the PAs, the doctors, and the aides. We all just work together as a big team.
Get in. Who are you? Don't worry, I'm future you. Get in. Oh. Constipation with belly pain again, right?
Yeah.
And I see we're all out of that stuff from the store, yeah? Mia, our doctor, figured it out. Your symptoms keep coming back because it's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess?
Yes, it's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements, and it helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. I know what you're gonna say. Yes.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
An unconventional 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. Bottom 5, Toronto went 1-2-3. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here in the bottom of the 6th as Wheeling Central and Toronto remain scoreless, Rich Donnelly. Not necessarily that it's been a boring game. It's just been one of those games where you've got 2 really good teams doing what they do.
You're on the edge of your seats. Every pitch is important. You can't get picked off in that situation if you're not going. He just took an extra step, and boom, they got him. You don't usually see 2 inside moves in the same game that pick guys off. Look at this. Who's this hitting? Look at it. He's choking up almost to the torpedo.
That is the number 1 hitter on the batting card for Caden McGrath. Again, he's got that thumb tape.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's going up there. He probably can't have it a heart. They might have somebody else hit for him. Yep. That's what they're going to do.
So he's going to come out of the game, and in comes number 15 for the Red Knights. And a pinch hit for Caden McGrath comes Gunnar Newbold, sophomore.
Okay.
That's when we got to break out the whiteout. Haven't had to do it yet.
So nothing to wait for here. 1 strike, be ready to hit that fastball.
Be interesting to see if Newbold comes in to catch as well for McGrath. Newbold takes ball outside, 1-1. One hot, 2-1.
Still throwing pretty hard. As a pitch hitter, as a rule, swing the bat.
Two one now, 3-1.
I always used to tell the kids, you're not a pinch taker, you're a pitch hitter. We're hitting you because we think you're a better hitter than the other guy, not a taker. Be aggressive.
3-1, ball 4.
Good job.
That is the second walk of the game for Braden Cover.
Now we're getting a pinch runner. It's the guy who he hit for.
Oh, Curtis.
Right?
Courtesy batter. Now back into the game comes Caden McGrath. And Todd Cover comes out for a Fox 9 call to the mound to set everything straight with his infield. His two sons, Seth at third, Braden on the bump.
Yeah, this isn't a situation you'd normally bunt, but this isn't a normal game, a normal high school game. There's not too many high school games that are nothing in the sixth. So he could bunt to get that runner in scoring position. We'll see.
50-50's unclaimed upstairs. Might run up in between and try and snag it. Just kidding. No out, one.
There's
nobody
the bunt.
on. There's the bunt for Aiden Philby. They're going to go to second.
Safe.
Is he safe? No.
Oh. Wow.
The home fans respectfully disagree. We'll see if we can't take a look at it. Here's the replay. Philby lays it down right in front of Braden Cover. Cover throws on to second. I think they might have got him just in time.
That was close.
Right fielder, Drake Bowser.
One out for Drake Bowser. Fielder's choice goes 1-4.
And like I said before, Toronto did something they don't usually sacrifice with one out, and then and they tried it, because like I say, this is a different game. Now you got a guy on first who could run. They may let him go too with 2 outs.
Fouled out of play.
I hate to say this, but has this been an errorless game?
Yeah.
It's the announcer's jinx if they make an error here.
No, you posed it as a question. You didn't state it. So I'm willing to give you...
Give me a pass on it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's an error, I'm going to blame
I just looked out there and I said, hey, how many high school games go to 6th inning with no runs and no errors? Hardly any. I can say this is a very unique game against 2 really good teams.
You know, when 2 teams that won 20-plus games a year ago and OVAC championships a year ago that bring everybody back, meet on the diamond, that's when you get to a point where there's no errors in the 6th inning. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Braden Cover, 9 strikeouts. 9th of the game, presented by WVU Medicine. 2 away.
Still throwing
for
hard.
Russ Dickinson.
Still throwing really hard in the 6th inning. Just as hard as he was at the beginning of the game. I'm thinking here they got to send a runner. Russ is a leadoff hitter, I believe.
No, Russ is their 4th hitter.
4th hitter, okay. Yeah, you got nothing to lose here by sending a runner.
Drake Bowser now 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Philby on first. He is 1 for 3. Ground out fielder's choice in a single. And the guy in the box now, Russ Dickinson, is 0 for 2. Strikeout, fielder's choice. No balls and 1 strike to away. Fouled it back.
I say you got to take a shot here.
And with a guy like Philby on first base, hit and run, base hit, I mean, obviously depending on where it's hit, more often than not, you're going to be able to score from first base.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, this kind of game here, this late, take a shot.
0-2, Philby stays put. Russ swings
nice
and misses, and that's the 10th strikeout of the game for Braden Cover. No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, and a man left. We're through.
Contact Casey Johnson for an auto quote today.
Experience matters, and Johnson Boiler Works has been keeping homes in the Ohio Valley comfortable for over 120 years. As a certified Rheem dealer, Johnson Boiler Works brings a family tradition of excellence while providing the latest in heating and cooling technology with a full line of Rheem AC units to keep your home cool and comfortable. We've worked for over a century to build a solid reputation of dependable, reliable customer service. Call Johnson Boiler Works today and find out why we've been the comfort experts in the Ohio Valley for generations.
Hi, my name is J.J. Burnaby, and I'm one of the pharmacists of the Tri-State Medical Group. At our pharmacies, we value your time. We have vaccinations without appointments, and you have immediate access to our pharmacists. We have personalized packaging for your maintenance medication. We have curbside pickup, we have same-day prescription fills, and we have vaccinations in your home. Come visit one of our pharmacies located in Weirton, Fallensby, or Wintersville. And remember, in your neighborhood, we want to be your pharmacy.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Casey Johnson for your personal price plan today.
Back here for the top half of inning number 7. Scoreless as Aiden Philby heads back out for his 7th inning of work. It's just been good baseball, Rich Donnelly. That's, I think, the best way to describe it.
Unbelievable. You know, a lot of high school games are kind of sloppy this time of year, but this game here, it's like mid-July. I mean, like I say, no errors, no runs. What?
8 hits.
And the pitching has been outstanding. I don't think there's been more than 5 walks total the whole game.
Lead off for Wheeling Central, catcher.
Yeah, for Toronto, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They have stranded 4.
And again, Toronto's defense, as we mentioned before, has saved at least 3 runs with a great play by Henry and the diving catch by Dickinson. And then on the other side, Toronto's picked off 2 guys at second base, which are very, very big plays.
A 1 hit.
Whoa.
Deep, but deep and foul towards the left side. Wheeling Central, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've stranded 7.
The outfield flag is now still. That is definition of still right there. It ain't moving an inch. But it is colder.
Breaking pitch misses outside. Now it's 1-2. 51 degrees at the start, and the sun was shining. It's now 48 and cloudy, but the wind chill says it feels like 38.
Yeah.
Clay Petrie at the dish, 8-9-1 for the Maroon Knights. Petrie is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. As Aiden Philby and McGrath talk things over here.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're on the same page here at this point of the game. Find out what that pitcher wants to throw and commit yourself to it and let her go.
One, 2, chop foul left side. Petrie still looking for his first hit of 2025. Entered the game 0 for 6. He's 0 for 2 today. This is high, 2-2.
We're getting to a point, I think, I'm not sure exactly what the pitch count is for Ohio and West Virginia, but I think we're getting close to it. And it'd be a shame that these two guys couldn't get the win after all the great pitching they've done.
2-2, foul back. 125 is the pitch count, no HSAA.
Okay. And I think it's a little less. I think it's less in West Virginia. I'm not sure. I think Coach Burke told me before the game, maybe 110 maybe. But they're probably up around 80 or 90 because, like I say, they haven't. But
Philby's 95.
Yeah, they've thrown strikeouts, a lot of strikeouts. So this might be his last inning.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strike 3 on a breaking pitch as Petrie is down on strikes. The 5th punch out of the game for Aiden Philby. One away, and Luke Tiu, who tripled his last time up, steps into the dish.
You know, sometimes even though the pitch counts 125 and he's at 80 or he's at 90 some.
96, I believe now.
You don't have to go to 125. Maybe the kid will tell you, hey, coach, I'm done. And or you could see that he's getting the ball up or something. But right now, both these guys are sharp.
Tiu's 1 for 2, triple and a strikeout. 2 balls and no strikes. All the pitchers for both of these teams available. Toronto and Wheeling Central both didn't play last week, so a lot of rest. Should have everybody available for the most part. 2-0, cut and miss, 2-1.
Good fastball up there, the high cheese. That's the hardest pitch to hit. That was a little above the strike zone, but the high hard one. Watch Paul Skeens to see if they can hit that high hard one. It's right there.
That one fouled back.
Very hard to get on top of a ball right about your letters when he's throwing 100.
He pitches tomorrow for the Pirates against the Cardinals. Tonight the Buccos taking on St. Louis in the first of 3 at PNC Park. I believe that one is still scoreless. No, Buccos up 1-0. 2-2, cut at miss. Back-to-back Ks for Aiden Philby. 6th of the game. 2 away. Top of the order, Braxton Billick for his 4th plate appearance. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa just singled in 2 runs. Joey Bart, whose mother hails from the Gem City. He homered in the bottom of the 1st inning.
3-0, right?
Yep. First pitch is strike. Joey's mom, Karen, a graduate of Toronto High School. So Bart homered in the bottom of the 1st inning to make it 1-0 Pirates. IKF, 2-run single to make it 3-zip. Foul back. Carmen Majinski pitching tonight for Pittsburgh.
Maybe those bats are coming alive. It'll probably be sort of a bullpen game tonight. Majinski started?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was interested and intrigued to see how it'll go. Clay Holmes, who was with the Pirates, traded to the Yankees, and once he got to New York, became one of the best relief pitchers and closers in baseball. 0-2 high into Billick. Yeah. He signs a big contract with the Mets, and the Mets are stretching him out as a starter.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know, guys, I go back to the day Dennis Eckersley was a great reliever. Then he became a starter. He was a starter first, and sometimes guys just fit into the niche. It takes time.
0-2, cut at and fouled. Yeah, Holmes, I think, started 4 games in 2018, and then the Pirates shifted him to the bullpen, and then he became Clay Holmes for the Yankees, one of the better relief pitchers in all the bigs.
Then the Mets started.
Yep. I think the first 2, he went 4 2/3, his first 2 starts.
Sometimes that's the reason why a guy signs free agency. You say, hey, you want to come over here? If I can start, I'll sign with you. So he goes over there and he starts.
I think he started on opening day for the Mets.
Yeah, he did. Mets another team with just a boatload of talent.
Headlined by their 750 million player in Juan Soto. 1-2. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from McGrath. He's got to throw down to first. He does, and it's in time. And the inning is over as Aiden Philby strikes out the side in the 7th, potentially his final inning of work on the bump. And Toronto's got a chance to walk it off when we come back.
Shop local. Sponsored by M&M Hardware.
Spring is here and it's time to fire up the grill. At M&M Hardware, we have everything you need for your outdoor cooking season.
From top-of-the-line grills to all the accessories you need, we've got your grilling essentials covered.
Our friendly experts are here to help you pick the perfect grill for your backyard barbecue.
Shop local at M&M Hardware for great prices, great service, and everything to help you make this spring sizzle.
Visit us today and learn how to grill like a pro.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact.
It is so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Strengthen and tone your legs, increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance. Plus, stimulate healthy circulation.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better. It makes me feel stronger too.
Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Call and get upgraded to the Deluxe Bundle. Get the faster motor or 5 miles of steps per hour, the step counter, the sport mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
Chance for Toronto to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Aiden Philby strikes out the side in the top half of inning number 7. Bottom of the 7th, due up, Russ Dickinson. Check that, Michael Henry, Chase Eckathorn, Lucas Wiseman. Chance for the Red Knights to win it here in the 7th, scoreless, as we head to the home half for the final inning.
This is probably, like I said, before Cover's last inning. Both of these guys have just pitched excellent.
First pitch called a strike.
Still throwing strikes and hard.
One outside, 10 strikeouts for Braden Cover through 6 innings of work. He only struck out 4 in his first start of the season.
I'm impressed by how hard he's throwing even this late. He's probably, like you say, up around 90 pitches. He's still throwing hard.
2-1. Philby finished, I believe, with 102.
102, yeah. Great job. 7 scoreless. Wow.
2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Cover at 95 after that strike.
Yeah, he's probably just. I think he told me West Virginia's 110. Is that? And then
Philby was 108. I apologize.
108.
Wasn't updated yet here on my phone.
That's probably it for him.
2-2 to Henry.
Watch out.
Inside, avoids it. Count full. Henry 1 for 2. Strikeout and a single.
Big pitch in the game here.
Leadoff base runner could bode well for you in the bottom of the 7th, and it will for Brian Perkins in Toronto. Henry walks. Leadoff base runner for Chase Eckathorn.
Let's see if they're going to have a pinch runner. Looks like it. And let's see if they try to bunt him over here.
Runner for the
number 3, Max Rebish.
Red Knights is Max Rebish, freshman.
Now batting, second baseman, Chase Eckathorn.
Yeah, your third baseman here, he has to come up. Looking for that bunt. Let's see if he squares around early.
He does. Rebish is stuck.
Uh-oh.
Took too big of a secondary lead, and now he's in a rundown. A learning moment for the freshman as Rebic tries for second, and he is tagged out between first and second.
Yeah, you're right. As a runner there, you got to make sure the ball's down. As he bunted through the ball, he took off. So like you say, a mistake that he'll learn from, and that's an awful big play in the game.
I'm not even going to try and score that.
Whoa, that was a lot. What do you call a bingo?
Yeah.
8-7 to 5 to 6 to 2 or whatever. I don't know. I think everybody in the infield touched the ball.
2-0 to Heckathorn. Called a strike. It's 2-1. Two-one foul back, 2-2. Heckathorn again. His third plate appearance of the game. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Cover with 10 of them for the game.
He's really impressed me. He's pounding that zone. He throws hard. He got a nice breaking ball.
2-2 out and down. 3-2 now. The leadoff walk negated. Michael Henry was the player that got the walk. Pinch runner was Max Rebish to try and get some speed on the base paths. He was thrown out in a rundown between first and second. 3-2 foul back. We'll do it again.
Yeah, this almost has to be Cover's last inning. I'm sure he'll be up around 100, and that's enough. I always say that's enough. For a high school kid, that's plenty.
104.
And he'll have to pitch again probably, yeah. He's had enough here. You don't want to hurt the kid. Nice. 11 strikeouts, right?
Foul back into the glove of Petrie, and sir, you are correct. That is his 11th strikeout.
Wow.
First baseman, Lucas Wiseman.
Only 3 walks, 2 hits. That's a good day at the office. That is about as good as you can get.
That'll win 95% of your games.
So now it's Luke Wiseman. Swing and a miss at 1 high and in. Wiseman also 0 for 2 with a strikeout and more recently a ground out to third back in the 5th inning. I'm going to have to work my way over here, Rich Donnelly, and flip a light on if that's cool with you.
They got the lights on. We got the Knights playing the Knights at night.
You'll be able to see us now with a light, maybe a little bit better. Hello, behind home plate.
Maybe some people don't want to see us.
Yeah, they have no choice tonight. If they watch at 10 and 11, they're going to watch me do the sports. 0-1. They might turn it off. I don't know.
I'll watch you.
All right, I appreciate it.
If the game is, if the hoop game is going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget it.
1-1.
We may not make it for the tip-off.
8:50. Maybe. We'll see. One call to strike. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, I love that action on his fastball. Well, he runs it in good on you. He's going to break a few thumbs here. Jamming guys.
1-2, 2 outs. 12 strikeouts for Braden Cover. Inning over. Free baseball. We're going to keep it here.
No runs, no hits.
No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, and nobody stranded. Again, through 7 innings of baseball.
And I think the first guy to congratulate him was 6'7", and we know who that is.
Yeah.
We think.
Yeah, I think you're right. So again, coming up next week from Thursday, Mazeroski Field, Indian Creek, Harrison Central. The Huskies hosting the Redskins.
Yeah, 2 real good programs again. Creek off that Final Four appearance last year, and the Huskies off one a couple of years before that, I believe.
So we've got some defensive changes for the Red Knights. New pitcher, we'll get to that in a moment. The pitcher, Aiden Philby, is going to go to center field. Center fielder Russ Dickinson goes to third base to replace Michael Henry, who was pinch hit for. And the new pitcher into the ball game for the Red Knights is number 19.
And coming in to pitch, number 19, Mike Henry.
Michael Henry. So what do we have? 1-8, 8-3, 8-5, 5-1.
Dickinson went to third.
Dickinson at third base. Awkward silence as I write it on my scorecard. So the line for Aiden Philby is complete. 7 innings of scoreless baseball, 6 hits, no runs, no earned runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 108 pitches, 67 for strikes.
I don't think all the games this year in the Valley you'll see a better pitch game than that. Zeros across the board and just 2 super performances.
And Michael Henry in to pitch for the Red Knights. He was playing third base. Third baseman Russ Dickinson. Now he was in center field. Pitcher Aiden Philby into center field to replace Dickinson. So again, it goes 1 to 8, 8 to 5, 5 to 1 is the substitution. And as far as Michael Henry is concerned, 3 innings of work so far this year, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, no runs allowed. So this is the second appearance of the season for Michael Henry.
Yeah, starts off with a breaking ball right down the middle.
Top half of inning number 8 to Gary Hatfield, who hits one towards the line and short.
Tough play.
Barkis over to first. Good job of gloving it, but a very tough play across the diamond, especially when Hatfield is as fast as he is.
Let's see if Maroon Knights bunt him over here.
Great reaction by Barkis towards his left, or his right, I should say.
Yeah, he made nice. He did all he could. The ball was hit the wrong spot for him to throw him out. Let's see if we're bunting him over here.
Score that an infield hit for Gary Hatfield, his 3rd hit of the game. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a strikeout. Throwback over by Henry, not in time. And yeah, right now the $1 million question is, will he get hit over or bunt over by Seth Cover? Cover 0 for 2 with a walk, a fly out, and a ground out.
Sometimes, Jack, you throw over maybe twice to see if he is bunting. If he squares around, you can tell your third baseman to sneak in a little more. So you throw over to first. Ooh, that was close. To see if he's bunting, I would wait as an infielder, watch and see if he squares around when he goes to throw over. Then you know for sure he's bunting.
Hatfield's going to steal, swing and a miss. Throw down is just not in time. McGrath is probably going to have that thumb looked at, too.
You called it earlier. You said that's going to be a big item in this game if you can't throw. Now we're going to do a pinch runner, it looks like. No, a pinch runner or something here.
No.
No.
That's Hatfield's second stolen base. Okay. No, first of the game and his 5th of the season.
Now we got to get him over. They got to get him over here by a bunt or hit the ball the other way. Let's see how he wants to do it here.
Because that obviously puts the sacrifice
if you
in
bunt,
play.
If you do bunt, you got to bunt it right to third.
0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. No, you don't bunt now.
No, as a bunter here, for all the kids watching, if you're going to bunt him over from second, you bunt the ball right to third, make the third baseman field the ball, and guy can walk to third.
And Cover's going to call time.
Yeah, now you just put the ball in play as a hitter here. Just put the ball in play. Hope you find a hole.
Oh-2 popped up. High into shallow left center. Barkis is back, and he can't make the catch, and it's over his head.
Yikes.
But Hatfield, obviously remaining cautious, can't move up to third base. That's going to be the first error of the game, Rich Donnelly.
Yeah. That's a play where the outfielder maybe could have called him off the ball. Now we go to first and second, no outs. Let's see if we're going to bunt again. Again, if you want to bunt, if you can, get that ball to third. Bunt it right at him. My good friend Chuck Tanner once told me he used to yell at the hitter, bunt it to third. Bunt it to, just tell the guy what you're going to do. Because if he fields it, you're going to get your sacrifice in. Let's see if he bunts.
Throw back to second. Now, theoretically, it should be easier for a left-handed batter to bunt it to third, right?
Yeah, your angle's good. bunted hard to third. And as a third baseman, you got to get in. You got to get in because you could take this ball and turn a double play maybe. But as a hitter, bunt this ball to third.
We'll see if Rosnick squares again after the throwdown from Henry. No, he's going to keep the bat upright and take a strike on the outer third. First and second, nobody out for the Maroon Knights. It's Zane Rosnick at the dish, who's 0 for 3, a pair of groundouts and a flyout so far. So one could say that your cleanup hitter that came into the game average with a 438 clip is due.
Offense has the advantage here. You can either bunt or you got the big hole over here on the right side. If he pulls the ball, he can pull it right in the hole.
0-1. He's going to square it around, and he does bunt it towards third. Both runners advance. Throw to first in time for out number 1.
Beautiful.
And he's got 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 away.
Now you got 2 choices here. You can play the infield in, or you could walk this guy and try to turn 2, depending on the hitter. But you definitely got to play in.
That's exactly what you want in that situation.
Yeah, you got to play in.
So Coy Lipinski steps into the box.
They're going to walk him. They're going to walk him.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
you got it. Yeah, you got to. When your back's to the wall, you got your choices. You got 2 choices, and both of them aren't very good. Here's a catcher. You got to go tell your pitcher, ball back to you. You're throwing to me at home for the double play. You're not throwing to second. Then on you telling your guys in the middle, we're going to turn 2 corners. You're going to come home. So if it's hit the third, you're coming home. But if it's hit to Dickinson's left, he can go to second.
Yeah.
You got to talk in the infield. There's all kind of things that could happen, but you got to be aware for all of them.
Cade Coronis swings at 1.
Oh, brother.
And it's going to stay in play. Who's going to catch it? Michael Henry right side, 2 away.
Nice job by Dickinson to get home. Yeah, nobody was at home.
And I think Hatfield realized it and was ready to break for the plate, but Dickinson was able to get there in time.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they can get out of this mess again.
So Coronis, as you see on your replay.
Wow. Yeah, watch it.
This is another kind of Bermuda Triangle situation, right?
Yeah. And then Dickinson, you see, went to cover home. Smart play.
Chop towards third.
Step on
Dickinson's going to take to the bag, and the inning is over.
Wow.
Matt Carnegie grounds out 5 unassisted for the final out of the inning. No runs.
No runs.
No hit. 2 hits. And 2 lefts.
We're scoreless.
So Toronto a chance to walk it off again. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. In the top of the 8th, bottom of the 8th time, as we get to play some free baseball here on Fox 9 and the WTOV9 digital platforms. There's another look at that.
Yeah, smart play by Dickinson not to throw the ball. Tag to base, good. Smart play. He's a good, smart kid. Probably gets it from his. Oh, no, he doesn't get it from his grandfather. He must get it from his parents. He's going to shoot me when he hears that one.
Andy Baylor into the ballgame to pitch for the Maroon Knights. So Braden Cover's day is done, and I believe the defensive alignment for the Maroon Knights is staying the same because Baylor was not in the game prior to this inning. Get you the final line on Cover in a moment. And it is 7 innings. 2 hits. No runs. 3 walks. 12, a dozen strikeouts, 109 pitches, 71 for strikes.
That's pretty efficient.
That'll work, as they say.
That's Skeens like.
Yeah.
That looks like one of his lines.
Hopefully it looks like that tomorrow against the Cardinals.
Bucks bats come a little bit alive tonight, huh?
Yep, 4-0 in the three.
Wow. Start selling the playoff tickets.
Playing the parade. Oh, boy.
And you got Skeens tomorrow, so this is a big one here.
Nip Keller on Wednesday.
They could get a couple, 3 or 4 in a row. Then I believe they go to Cincinnati this weekend, correct?
Yes, they do.
Off day Thursday. Cincinnati's been having trouble scoring.
Baylor's faced 12 batters this year. 4 innings of work. And he will face 8-9-1, Newbold, Barkus, and Caden McGrath.
I think the Red Knights, I don't think they've had a guy at second with less than 2 outs. I don't think so. They may have one. I know Willing Central has, but they've had a bunch of opportunities to score. I'm thinking I think of Toronto having a guy in scoring position with less than 2.
First pitch for Baylor called a strike. 0-1 to Newbold, who grounded out to second base twice. 0-1 Bender called a strike, and now he's behind 0-2.
Nice breaking ball.
Andy Baylor on the bump, replacing Braden Cover. 7 innings of scoreless ball, 12 strikeouts. Baylor, the first pitcher into the game to work from the windup as Newbold goes up the middle, center field, base hit, winning run is aboard. And Newbold will go to second.
Wow, their first error.
Base hit. E8 puts him on second.
I'll see if we can get the bunt down now. Again, if you're going to bunt. Is this Dickinson here?
No, number 5, Cole Barkus.
Barkus, try to get this ball to third. Bunt it right to the third baseman. Right to him. So your first baseman here, if they're going to bunt, he got to get way in. He's a left-hander. He can make that throw to third. Got to get in, though. They got to hold this guy at second a little bit. Somebody got to hold him on out there.
Oh, 1 to Barkus. He's 0 for 2. Flew out, strikeout.
Yeah, it looks like so far he's going to swing the bat. As an infielder, you just got to watch the bat. You're not sure.
Pick back over to second, no tag. Winning run on second base. That's Tanner Newbold. Red Knights can walk it off and hand Wheeling Central their first loss of 2025. Barkus 3 for 9 at the plate on the season. Came in 3 for 7. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon and into this evening. This one dribbled behind the plate, foul. And it's 0-2.
Now just put the ball in play. Try to, if you can, hit the ball the right side if you can. But 2 strikes, just want to hit the ball. Try to get this guy over to third. And a runner on second, you got to make sure if the ball hits to the right side, you're coming for sure. The left side, you got to make sure it goes through. Your job here is just to get to third. You don't have to score, just get to third with no outs.
O2 skips low. Good job of Petrie, the catcher, to keep it in front of him. Popped up. Center field. Billick able to make the catch. One away. Top of the order time for Caden McGrath, and he was pinch hit for by Gunnar Newbold back in the 6th inning. We'll see if they make the same approach here.
Yeah, Wheeling Central, they got to, right now they're not holding the runner on second. They got to have somebody holding near. They're going to go look with the shortstop. No one's really holding him on. He can get a bigger lead than that.
First pitch outside to McGrath, ball one. McGrath grounded out in the first, struck out in the 3rd. Newbold came in for him with 1 strike in the 6th and was able to draw a walk, but was thrown out in a rundown between 1st and 2nd. Got caught with too greedy of a secondary lead. 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Braden Cover, 7 full innings of work, a dozen strikeouts, no runs, only 3 walks. Andy Baylor into the ball game now for the Maroon Knights.
Yeah, right now is a runner 1 out. Any ball hit to the gaps, you want to go halfway, so if it falls in, you can score. You don't need to tag here. Just try to get to go halfway on a ball hit to the outfield.
2-0 pitch upstairs, 3-0. That winning run is Tanner Newbold. He's on second base.
See if Perk gets him the green light here, 3-0. If he knows his hitter, if he knows his strike zone, he'll give him the green light.
Time call.
Yeah, I think that right now this game they're still using the finger signs. I know some high school games the catcher has an earpiece and the managers are calling the pitches now. But in this game here, I think they're using fingers still. So you have to make sure here, with a guy on second, you know what you're using. Second sign, first sign after how many outs. You got to know what you're doing.
Petrie's got a wristband on as well.
Yep.
.30 called strike.
Yep, taken all the way. Okay, 3-1. Look for that fastball and let her rip. If it's a breaking ball, you're taking it. Make him throw to 3-2. So fastball, jump all over it.
On the ground and foul.
As a hitter here, just try to shoot the ball up the middle. Hit it hard. Hit it right back up the middle. Don't think pull. Just think hit the ball. Try to hit it up the middle.
McGrath calls time. Baylor was waiting and waiting and waiting, and
yep.
He got some assistance from coaches and those saying, hey, call it, call it.
Yeah, if you stand up there too long, you don't comfortable, just call time. You do that in the big leagues and strike 3.
Called strike 3 on the outer third. A big-time pitch from Andy Baylor. His first WVU Medicine strikeout, the 13th of the game for Wheeling Central. Of course, Braden Cover with 12 of those.
Okay, 2 outs.
2 outs.
Runner got to get a big lead. 2 outs. Get a big lead, as big lead as you can. And as a third base coach, if it's a base hit, you're sending them no matter what. 2 outs.
Can Aiden Philby help out his own cause? Of course, he was the starting pitcher of this game for Toronto.
That would be, what do you call it, justice?
Taking matters into your own hands.
Yeah. For the game he's pitched, he deserves it. Second baseman's going to hold him on a little bit so he can't get that giant lead with 2 outs. But there's a big hole over there on the right side.
Ooh. Philby had a duck out of that one. First pitch of ball. This is Aiden Philby's 4th plate appearance of the game. He's 1 for 3.
Second baseman's just going to play back now. I was going to say, you can't hold him on and then hold your position. You can't do that. You got to pick one. You can't do both. As a runner, get way off. Look, they're not even near him. Get way off. You can get 20 feet off.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, as a runner, you got to look over. See your second baseman. He's halfway to Steubenville. Shortstop, he's halfway to Wellsville. Get off. Get off. He could get 10 more feet.
Breaking pitch inside. Three and one.
Good block by the catcher.
Inning started with Tanner Newbold, a single. Error by the center fielder Billick put him on second base. Since then, fly out, strikeout looking.
3-1 here as a pitcher. You don't need to throw a fastball down the middle. You got an open base if you want. You don't need to throw a strike here.
Swing and a miss. Philby likely swinging at what, ball 4 there?
Ball 4, yeah, that was up. You got to make sure that ball's in the zone.
So the count runs full in the bottom half of inning number 8 with 2 away. That winning run, you see him right there, number 10, Tanner Newbold on second base. Andy Baylor in relief of Braden Cover. Baylor's payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. We head to a 9th inning. Thanks to that Andy Baylor WVU Medicine strikeout. He's fired up after that punch out, rightfully so, with that winning run for Toronto in scoring position. So it's no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left in the bottom of the 8th inning. We head to a 9th.
This is fun.
Absolutely. Back-to-back punch-outs for Andy Baylor as well. And Michael Henry will continue to pitch for Toronto. Jack Hillgrove and Rich Donnelly with you on hand in the Gem City. Toronto and Wheeling Central doing battle here live on Fox 9 and on the WTOV9 digital platforms. Free baseball for you. Our second inning of extra innings ready to commence here in a moment.
I would say there's few games in the state of West Virginia or Ohio where you're going to the 9th inning 0-0. I mean, it just don't happen in high school.
No.
This is an exceptional game. And somebody's going to have to lose, but it's great for both teams. It shows how good both teams are. And they got some depth. I think I'm impressed. Well, the starting pitching was fabulous, but they got depth in their pitching too. And then they tell me Wheeling Central, they got a guy pitching tomorrow night who was real good. So they got all kind of depth.
Bunch of games around the area going final. Madonna baseball over Trinity Christian, 17-4. Parkersburg South In Wheeling Park baseball, the Parkersburg South Patriots beating the Wheeling Park Patriots 6-1. Steubenville Big Red softball beating Weir High 8-3. Indian Creek with a 6-0 baseball win over Brook. Indian Creek with a softball victory over Brook 10-4. Madonna with a softball win over these Lady Red Knights of Toronto 20-5, and a couple of other games going, still going on. 11-6 Oakland baseball over Cameron right now. That's still in progress. Magnolia and River, a good softball tilt, 8-7 with the Lady Blue Eagles up on top in that one. And the Steubenville softball program, or baseball rather, 11-2 right now. The advantage over Weir High, 1 out here in the 9th inning, as Clay Petrie flies out towards shortstop. But did Russ Dickinson...
He caught it.
He caught it, but is he...
I don't know. Like he hurt himself.
Did he trip and roll an ankle maybe potentially?
Know what he did. Like his shoulder. Yeah, folks, watch TOV Sports tonight. Jack's going to have probably 20 minutes of highlights on. And it all may be of this game. Watch strikeouts.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of Braden Cover. You'll see a lot of Aiden Philby. You'll see some great defensive plays by Russ Dickinson and some others.
You may not have time to show the basketball highlights or the Buccos. You may have to show high school highlights till midnight. This game might not be over till midnight.
This one hit into left field. Is it down? And it's fair. It is fair. Luke Tiu had a triple a couple of innings ago, and he's got a double here in the top of the 9th inning. How about the 9-hitter, Luke Tiu, with both of your extra base hits?
Yeah, that's right. Triple and a double.
One out, and the go-ahead run on second base as the top of the order comes to the bat rack. Now, Rich, we did see in the 5th inning, Luke Tiu tripled with nobody out. And that one run for Wheeling Central was just 90 feet away, but Toronto obviously was able to keep them off the board because we don't have any runs in this game.
Toronto, they were running through the raindrops, not allowing a run. Now they got the one at second, 2 out, or 1 out. They got to knock that ball down the infield. They got to hold this runner on a little bit. Probably second baseman should hold him on a little bit and try to get back to his position. Don't leave the hole on the left side. That's where the hole is over there in the shortstop. You don't want that.
Braxton Billick's 5th plate appearance of the night. Gets away. Tiu's going to try for third.
Good job.
And McGrath bobbles it, isn't able to throw it down. So now the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out.
Good base running again. Again, we watch the ball as a runner. You watch the ball hit the dirt, take off. He did immediately, and he made it. Toronto got to play infield in. You hate to do it, but you got to. Infield in, you need a punch out here or a weak ground ball. I say they've had 3 or 4 opportunities, haven't cashed in to see if they could do it now.
1-0 inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Braxton Billick, ground out single, ground out strikeout.
Not sure if we're going to go on contact here or not. Looks like he's going to make the ball go through. His lead's not very big. As a third baseman, you want to just hang near the base so he doesn't get the big jump over there. Ooh, tough breaking ball. Wind is really starting to blow now, straight out to right field. Whoa.
Almost got away from the third baseman Dickinson.
Yeah, they want him to stay close over there. And as an infielder, if that ball's hit soft right at you, you got to come charging and fire it. Try to hit it low. Try to throw it low to home because there's going to be a tag play.
One bent it in there for a strike. It's now 3-2.
Yeah, the great infield instructor, Perry Hill, used to tell the infielders, when you throw it home on a play like this, throw it down low where the catcher's glove is so you can get a tag. Don't throw it high. It's not a forced play.
That wind blowing out towards right field now. Payoff pitch to Billick is hit in the air towards right center. In comes Philby. The throw home. Not in time, and it gets away, and Wheeling Central up 1-0. Billick hits this one in the air towards center field. Philby makes the catch. Tiu breaks for the plate. It was cut off by Michael Henry, but Luke Tiu had his eyes on that plate and was able to score the game's first run. 1-0.
Yeah, good job of hitting there. Just make contact, get that ball to the outfield.
So Toronto's going to have some work to do in the bottom of the 9th inning. Two outs. Gary Hatfield takes one inside.
I think our wind chill dropped since we started.
And I'm starting to get a little chilly. Good.
People outside, they look like they're at a football game.
2-1. Hit in the air, Hatfield towards left. Back goes Newbold. Back goes Philby. And this one is off the base of the wall in left field. Gary Hatfield rounding second and heading for third. Hatfield a stand-up triple with 2 outs, and he's fired up 90 feet away from the second run.
He hit it right on the torpedo, and didn't need the help, but the wind was blowing straight out. Got the ball all the way to the wall. He said he was a really good hitter, and he proved it right there. That's probably the best hit ball of the night.
Absolutely.
Third baseman, Seth Cover.
Now is Brian Perkins going to make a substitution as he comes out to Michael Henry in the infield?
I don't know if they're going to make a change or not.
Doesn't look like it.
I'm not sure. This is a big run here. Makes a big difference, 1 and 2. With 2, you can't bunt that first guy over. With 1 run or 1 run deficit, you can. So, awful big run here.
It looks like it's just a Fox 9 call to the mound. No substitution. Yep. Michael Henry's going to stick in there, get some love from his teammates. And that wind, yeah, it's really blowing now.
Yeah, it's howling toward right field. It was when the last hitter was up there, he hit it, the wind was blowing left. Now it's blowing to the right, but it's blowing. I think Amanda says we got some rain coming in tonight, or maybe snow.
Which I'm absolutely over.
Overjoyed that it's coming. Right? Yeah, I think we've had enough of it.
I start to get peeved when it's baseball and softball, which obviously scream warm weather, and then it's people are dressed like they are outside here in Toronto. It's like let's get a move on. The Colts for basketball. Uh-oh. You know what? If Cover doesn't move that bat out of the way, that might have hit his bat, and it would have been a foul ball.
Or it went fair.
One and 1 to Seth Cover. 0 for 3 with a walk. Swing and a miss. It's now 1 and 2.
Like I say, big out here. Trying to keep this deficit to 1. And on the other side, man, huge run. Seems like if you get 2, it seems like it's 5. The way the Knights are pitching. Yes, he
offered
went.
that, and he
Yes,
went,
he went.
and that'll end the inning.
All right,
But an
here we
important
go.
one for the Maroon Knights. They pick up 1 run on 2 hits. No errors.
1 run, 1 hit, 1 left.
And 1 left.
8.5. Wheeling Central, 1, Toronto, nothing.
All right, so the time right now is 7:57. At 8 o'clock, we've got Fox primetime programming. And this is why modern technology is so fantastic. So if you're watching on Fox 9 right now, we're going to be saying goodbye to you in a moment. If you want to continue watching this one, and I believe you will, because this is one of the better games that we've had, no matter the sport, all year, you're going to want to flip over to one of our digital platforms. We are live streaming right now on the WTOV News 9 Facebook page. We are live streaming right now on WTOV9.com, and we are live streaming as well on the WTOV News 9 YouTube channel. So YouTube, Facebook, and our website is where you'll want to go. I'll let you know if you're watching on Fox 9 for the time being how much longer we'll be with you before we flip it over to primetime programming on Fox. So again, as we get towards the top of the hour here in a couple of minutes, we will say goodbye on Fox 9, and you'll want to flip it back over towards one of our digital platforms. So you might want to take the time to go grab that phone, computer, tablet, and watch the end of this one. If we weren't going to extra innings, we wouldn't have had to worry about that, but such is the nature of...
It was a great game. Great game, and you don't mind watching an extra hour or whatever. Really, like I say, you won't find too many 9-inning games, 1-0 in high school. People, they got their sweaters on, they got their blankets on, even the dogs got sweaters on.
Yeah, that wind trill dropping things down to...
Yeah. That wind's humming pretty good out there off that flag. They get a shot of that or center field. It's blowing straight toward the river.
About another minute, we're on Fox, folks. Drake Boucher will lead it off for the Red Knights. So again, if you're going to want to watch this bottom half of the 9th inning, head to one of our digital platforms. We're live streaming on our station Facebook, station YouTube, and our website at WTOV9.com/watch. The wind picking up here in the Gem City as Drake Boucher calls time. So this is goodbye for television. We will be, again, continuing the live stream on our digital platforms. Feel free to flip it on over to YouTube, Facebook, or our website. For my broadcast partner, Rich Donnelly, I'm Jack Hillgrove and the rest of our hardworking crew. Goodbye. If you want to watch us, flip it over to digital.
Brothers, it starts now.
Previously on Extracted.
Oh my God, she okay?
The first head-to-head competition
He's going back.
rewarded the strong.
Oh. And Marie's got a date, baby!
And punished the weak.
That was about piss damn poor. I let him down.
A pact was made in the wild.
Let's keep it fair.
While in HQ, a rivalry began.
I would like to freeze Jake's supply box today.
Another family was extracted.
It is just hard out here. It's really hard.
And a mysterious crate was plunged into the game.
What is it? Bro.
Tonight, the divide between the haves and the have-nots widens.
You must forfeit your sleeping bag. He's pretty much stuck with nothing.
Families in HQ take things personally.
Time to hurt some feelings. Whatever hell this show wants to bring to me,
It won't break me.
But who can you trust?
Harley and Natalie, they wouldn't make eye contact with us.
I just don't want to get intertwined with the drama.
And who will call it quits?
Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna...
No, I don't want to hear what you have to say.
I'm so over it.
Yeah, Abby, what are you doing up so early?
What? I thought I slept in.
The crate, huh? Just floating mysteriously
In the wild, only 5 survivalists remain.
Good morning, boys. Hope you guys are
awake and watching.
awake and watching.
3 of them are thriving.
I feel like if I can catch 2 to 4 fish today, that'd give me a full stomach and I'd be good to go for the whole day.
Right now, my strategy is to just fuel up, keep hydrating.
It's a good goal.
And just stay as dry as possible.
Blake Collins, what's up, homies?
Woody by the fire.
This ain't nothing, dude. This is like a long police call.
But the other 2 are more desperate.
The guy bunted through the ball. You got to make sure the ball's down.
Bunt towards first base. It trickles foul.
Yeah. All you want to do here is just get the ball down. It really doesn't matter where. Just get the ball down. Usually, even if you bunt it back to the pitcher, it's going to be a heck of a play for him to throw to second. So you don't have to be precise on going third to first in this situation. Just get the ball down. If you get it down, it should be successful. You want to crowd the plate here so you can cover the outside part of the plate. Don't stay too far back. Had him hitting. Now we got 0-2. Tell you what, if he hits a fly ball to right field, this sucker may end up in the football field with that wind blowing. Man, it is howling.
It is still gusting.
Yeah. And he got a hole over there on right side, too.
It's 0-2 to Russ Dickinson. Swing and a miss. Andy Baylor, his 3rd strikeout in relief, in line to pick up the victory. His 3rd WVU Medicine strikeout.
Got a good guy that can run on first here. Let's see if they start him. Ball in the gap should score him. Again, in the outfield, you don't want a ball in the gap, so you back up a little bit, especially with that wind blowing. Right there. You want to be aggressive here. Be aggressive. Look for the fastball and go ahead and turn on it. Nice block again. He's done a good job back there tonight. He's handled the pitchers well, and he's had about 3 or 4 really nice blocks.
Clay Petrie behind the dish for the Maroon Knights.
Done a nice job, and I've been watching him throw between innings. Got a real nice arm, too.
Towards the middle of the bat, it's going to get
That's
down. The Hatfield
No,
fires over
no
to
way.
first, and he's safe.
Yeah. That's the kind of hits I used to get, Jack. Hit him so easy they can't throw you out. Yeah, that was right off the fist. So, again, here we are. 1 hit away from a tie game. A double will win it, I believe. Because the outfielders aren't playing really deep. But let's see if they could get a hit here and tie it up.
Chase Heckathorn to the dish.
Second baseman.
Boucher on second, Henry on first. First pitch gets away. Boucher's going to try for third, and he's there. 90 feet away is the tying run.
Okay, first and third, nothing tricky here for Toronto. You got to make sure as a runner on first, you do not let the second baseman tag you if the ball's hit to him. You have to stop getting a run down so the guy on third can score. Guy on third's going to go on the ground anywhere. He's got to go if it's on the ground. He can't stand. He can't stay there.
I believe that's the first wild pitch of the game as well. And this one gets away, and here comes Boucher towards the plate. Baylor is there. The tag is not in time, and this game is tied.
Wow. That was close, but he got under it. Toronto battling back. Got 2 wild pitches here. They're 1 hit away from winning this game.
Another look at it on your replay.
Yeah.
Back-to-back wild pitches. Drake Boucher breaks for the plate, slides head first.
Right in there, yeah.
And he is safe.
Good play by everybody. The pitcher did good. Guy on third got a great jump. Now they got to hold this guy on second a little bit with 2 outs. They can't let him get a big lead. Ooh, almost another one.
We are tied at 1. The winning run is Michael Henry. He's on second base. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Chase Eckathorn.
He could let him hit here. Green light, he could if he knows him better than we do. If he thinks he can put the bat on the ball, he may turn him loose. There it is.
Skips away, ball 4, and it allows the winning run. Michael Henry to move up to third. Rounds third, couple of steps.
And he's going to walk into second.
Yes, he is. That is Chase Eckathorn. And things are unraveling here for the Maroon Knights as Todd Cover is going to come out and talk to his troops.
Try to settle him down. 3-4 wild pitches in a row. 1 wild pitch away.
We'll see if the Knights make a pitching change.
Again, they're going to have to decide. Coach Cover's going to have to decide, do I walk this guy? I wouldn't at this point. I'll tell you why, because his control has been not very good, and I can't count on him to throw strikes. So you're going to play your infield in on the Toronto side. You're going to tell the hitter, hey, you got to be alive here for the squeeze play also. I mean, you could. But they're going to play on the infield, or I say grass, on the infield turf. And Coach Perk has 2 choices. You can go on contact, or you can make the ball go through and you win the game.
Baylor will stay in there.
And as a hitter, just get that ball to the outfield. Outfielders are moving in now shallow. You have to. Now you have to play shallow. Let's see if you can get the bat on the ball here and end this game. We almost blocked there. Wow.
Can Lucas Wiseman play hero for Toronto? First pitch called a strike. Wiseman 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out.
Looks like coach is going to let him hit. All he needs is a fly ball. With that wind blowing, any fly ball out there should do it.
Henry on third. Eckathorn on second. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Time called. Ben's in there.
Tough pitch. That breaking ball, curve ball in the inside corner, it's coming at you. It makes you back off a little bit, and it catches the inside corner. It's a hard pitch to stay in there and hit. Now he has to expand his zone and get that bat on the ball somehow, some way.
0-2. Popped up.
Nice effort by the catcher. Jeez,
almost hit somebody in the Wheeling Central dugout. Called strike 3. Andy Baylor fired up.
Yep, right down the middle. You got to be aggressive in that situation.
2 away. Winning run on third. Tanner Newbold, who was able to single in the 8th.
Runner on third, be alive for that wild pitch again. They've had 2 of them this inning. You got to watch the flight of them. Let's see if you're going to pitch to him or they're going to walk him. You know, the last pitch there, the pitcher almost got blown off the mound when he come to a set position. He's not a real big kid.
That flag out in center field is...
Yeah, he's not a big kid. It almost blew him over. That's a balk. He's awful close to getting blown off.
You can see the you can see the jerseys too.
Look at he's moving
inside.
He's awful close to balking.
Tanner Newbold, 1 for 3, a pair of ground outs, and he singled his last time
I hope
up.
the game wouldn't end on a balk, because that'd be terrible. But he's close because it's blowing him off the mound, and if you step, that's a balk. Ooh, another good block.
2-0.
Pitching very carefully to him. Let's see if they put him on or go ahead and pitch to him. As a hitter, like I say, look for that heater and jump on it.
Two and one. Two one. Called strike. 2-2.
I'll repeat again, you got to be aggressive when you're a hitter. The last 5 pitches for strikes, they've taken all of them. You can't take fastballs. Can't. Then you get the 2 strikes, and then you're at the mercy of the umpire. Swing the bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Tanner Newbold, who calls time. Runner on third base is Michael Henry. Chase Heckathorn is on second. Henry represents the winning run. And I believe we've got some rain starting to fly here in Toronto.
Yeah, it's supposed to, yep. Amanda she's right on it. She said around 8, so it's past 8, yeah. Yeah, not much a coach can tell the hitter here. You got to protect the plate.
2-2 skips.
Another good block. Beautiful block.
And Henry thought about it down at third, but wisely sticks put.
That was a great block. That ball was in the left-hander's batter's box.
Three balls and 2 strikes. 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. Tanner Newbold takes ball 4, and the bases are juiced for the 9-hitter, Cole Barkis.
Shortstop, Cole Barkis.
Say as a catcher, boy, the pressure's on you here. He's throwing a lot of balls in the dirt. You have to be ready to get down and block it. He's done a great job so far of it. He almost got blown off the mound again. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. He weighs about $130. You got to be careful. He has to go ahead and pitch. Get set and pitch. Don't stand there. Again, another good block.
With the bases loaded, a walk would bring in the winning run, and Cole Barkis would be credited with the game-winning RBI. Henry's on third. Heckathorn is on second base. And Tanner Newbold drew a lengthy walk. Count was full. He's on first. 1-1 is the score. Toronto trailed at 1-0 entering this bottom of the ninth. Drake Boucher led off and scored. Grounder towards third. Seth Cover will step on the bag. The inning is over. We're tied at 1 and we're going to a 10th. Holy heck.
Holy heck.
Well, guess what? We've got to get creative because I am out of paper. Oh, boy.
We're tied at 1.
Wow.
Another look at it. Seth Cover, again, obviously taking the smart play here.
Somebody call my wife. She'll never believe this. She'll think I'm at the casino.
Boy, oh boy.
Yipes.
Michael Henry will continue to pitch for the Red Knights.
It's going to be a TOV record, isn't it? Longest game ever.
It's no warmer in here, buddy.
You said about a potential TOV record for the longest game. We are at 3 hours and 12 minutes right now.
I think we're there.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
And it's about 20 degrees cooler than it was when the game started.
That wind it's got to be blowing 40 miles an hour out there. Call Amanda, check her out. This game's liable to end up in snow.
It was 51 degrees at the start of the game. It is 39 degrees right now. And with that wind chill, 26.
Nice.
So it's about, if you take the wind chill into effect, it's about as half as hot as it was than when the game started. All right, 10th inning time. Let's get creative on my score sheet.
I'd like to say hello to one of my students, Roman Shinsky, down there in Wheeling. Dad Adams, a basketball coach at Brook.
Yeah.
They're watching us on something. I don't know which one, but they've been watching it.
2-0 outside to Zane Rosnick. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Henry comes home to Rosnick, who hits this one well down the right field line.
Foul, wow.
I'll tell you what, if the wind wasn't blowing, that's a fair ball.
Yep, that's right.
That was just foul.
It blew it right in the foul territory. He got around it a little bit. If he hits it up in the air, any ball hit the right field hard and high, it's going to go. It's going to go right between the goalposts.
It might go through the goalpost.
It might go through, yeah, because it is howling out there.
Rosnick thought ball 4.
I think the attendance out here is 7 now. It started out about 300 or 400. It's down to 7, I believe.
There's ball 4. I see headlights or taillights on in cars that are parked over in left field, which means, yes, people are in their cars watching this one, and I can't blame them.
Let's see if they try to bunny him over or not.
Designated hitter, Coy Lipinski.
Let's see if he squares around.
Brian Perkins out here to talk to the troops. Another Fox 9 call to the mound. You talk about in these moments how crucial it is, especially obviously extra innings, to stay focused. And it looks like they're going to make a pitching change here as well.
Yeah.
Michael Henry out, Cole Barkus in. And we'll see who goes where.
Yeah, he'll need 8 pitches to get loose and get warm.
Barkus was at short.
Whoa.
9 for 1. 9 for 1.
Yep, straight up switch. 9 for 1.
So he was playing right field?
And we've got a couple of things going on here, actually.
I'm not sure, yeah.
Let's get it straight here. We've got number 8 for Toronto out in right field. Number 8 for the Red Knights. Is somebody that is not on the roster. So we'll have to get number 8 situated here in a moment. Henry is at short. Dickinson remains at third. As Cole Barkus, who's played the entire game at shortstop, comes in to pitch.
The Red Knights now pitching, number 5, Cole Barkus. Drake Bowser moves from right field to first base. Cole Johnson is now playing right field.
There you go. So Drake Bowser moving from right field to first base. And we've got a name for number 8 in right field, Colt Johnson. So Johnson's in right, Bowser's at first, Henry's at short, Barkus is pitching.
Okay, we can all settle here to see what we're going to do.
And it looks like the original right fielder, or the first baseman, Wiseman, has come out of the game for the time being, or is he behind the plate now? Wiseman is behind the plate.
Okay.
And McGrath is out. That makes sense because McGrath, I feel like, was playing more than half the game, handicapped with that right thumb being taped.
And Bino are out.
And I'm sure it didn't get better as the game went on, especially with the temperature dropping as well. So here's the change. You've got Wiseman from first base to catcher. Bowser from right field to first base. Colt Johnson from the bench to right field. And the catcher, McGrath, from catching to the bench. 1 ball and no strikes as Barkus comes home to Coy Lipinski, ball 1.
Didn't offer for a bunt there. Let's see if they change it. Or they let him hit.
Good throw over by Barkus. One-0 pitch, runner takes off, ball gets away. Rosnick into second base, standing up. They call that a strike as well.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, 1-1. Let's see if they bunt him over here, or you got to get this guy to third somehow. So you got to bunt him over, hit the ball to the right side. Oh,
1-1 popped up.
Nope, he tried to go there.
Right field.
Watch that wind.
That's Joinson, who just came into the game, makes the catch. Rosnick will tag from second to third. He's
Good
safe.
play.
One away. Second run of the game for Wheeling Central, 90 feet away.
Now we get back to infield in. Got to see if they're going to go on contact or not. Most high school teams don't do contact. Like in the big leagues, they just wait till the ball goes through. One out. Some confusion on the outs. There's one out. Yep. Infield in. See if the Maroon Knights can get this guy in.
Ooh. A miss outside. Cade Coronis. Two-0. Fifth plate appearance, fifth time around the order for the Maroon Knights. Once Billick, the leadoff man, if he gets back up to the plate, it'll be his sixth plate appearance. Skips, corralled by Wiseman.
Three and one.
There were people yelling about the count being 3-0. I had 3-1.
Yeah, it was 3-1. It's 3-2 now.
Ball four. Breaking for the plate is Zane Rosnick, and he's safe.
Safe.
It's 2-1. It gets away from Wiseman into the game this inning to catch. Rosnick slides safely.
Safe. Yep. Right under the tag.
Second baseman, Matt Panetti.
It's funny, a game like this, most of the I think all the runs have scored on wild pitches. Does that sound right? I think it has. I know two of them have. I think all three have. You know, both teams have had opportunities to cash in, and so far only the Maroon Knights have done so. Toronto had a chance back in the, I can't remember, 9th or 8th to do it with a guy on third, less than 2, but they've cashed in here with these wild pitches.
Bump, popped up, gets down, bobbled by Wiseman, throw to first is
safe.
Not in time.
Yeah, catch there, let the ball go. It would have went foul with a backspin on it. He decided to try to catch it on a hop, and it would have went foul.
Wiseman and Barkus are going to talk things over.
Yeah, one out here.
Petrie.
Nice curveball right out the outside corner.
Double steal, throw to third. Not in time. Throw, I believe, was, but...
Yeah, bounce down there.
Yep. So it's second and third with only one away. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Cole Barkus. 2 away. So now it's Luke Tiu, who has doubled and tripled and struck out twice.
Right fielder, Luke Tiu.
Pretty good production, but from the ninth spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw down to third, and they're going to get the runner in a rundown situation, and Coronis is out at the plate, and Toronto will have a chance to tie or win in the bottom of the 10th. It's 2-1.
Cannot get picked off third in that situation. You just can't. You can't be running down the line, and you got to stay about 3 feet from the base. So Toronto again will try to tie this thing up. Down 1 in the bottom of the 10th. It's a funny game. The pitchers have pitched really good, and all 3 runs have scored on wild pitches by the guys who came in after the starters. The starting pitching was outstanding on both teams. You won't see much better than that. Two 8-inning shutouts in high school with not a lot of walks.
For Wheeling Central, number 6, Brady Ernest.
So I stepped out to use the facilities, so I had to go outside, and guess what?
There was a line.
No, it got cold.
It's cold. It's real cold.
We have been protected by the most part.
Yep.
I opted to close that door before the game started. I'm glad that I did.
You made a good choice.
Brady Ernest into the game to pitch for Wheeling Central. It's a good thing that both of these teams hadn't played in over a week, because that means all your arms are fresh, and you need fresh arms for an extra inning game. So Brady Ernest in a save situation for the Maroon Knights as they try to close the door here in the Gem City and remain undefeated.
You know, there hasn't been a whole lot of hits in these games, and you know what? At games like this, you could have a bad year in one night. You could go for 6.
We might get the end of the Pirates game before we get the end of this one. Not quite, but bottom 7 in Pittsburgh, 4-2.
Yep.
How long did Majinski pitch for? 5 innings of 1-run ball, struck out 6. That's good for Majinski. Harrington in to pitch as well. He's 2 innings so far.
Well, let's see if Toronto could get that first guy on again and extend the game again.
Yeah.
And I like both coaches, but I wish somebody would win this game now.
My eyes were deceiving me. Colt Joinson is listed on the Toronto roster as number 9. For whatever reason, as he was trotting out to right field last half inning, I thought he was wearing number 8, which is what threw me off. No one off the glove of the catcher, Petrie. 1-1. Brady Ernest into the game for the Knights. New pitcher, new hitter. 1-1. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Ernest working quickly out of the windup. 1-2 pitch is called. Strike 3. Looked at it right down the middle. One away. Aiden Philby to the dish. So Joinson taking over in the leadoff spot of the order.
Winning Central's been the more aggressive team with 10 hits today. Toronto only 4. They've been taking an awful lot of fastballs.
Philby takes another one there for a strike. Brian Perkins calls time, and Aiden Philby trots down the third baseline to talk to his head coach. Perkins, 21 seasons in Toronto. They had won 9 straight sectional titles before Perkins took over as head coach, and Perkins continued to win 8 and then 21. 9 and then 20. Do the math. They've won 29 straight. They could win a 30th consecutive this year. 2-1 high. 2-1's the score. See, the brain is all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're turning to mush in here.
Where we are, 3 hours and 38 minutes into the
3 hour. What is it? 8:38.
3:38.
Yeah, 3 hours and 32 minutes.
Oh boy.
I mean, Major League Baseball games don't even last that long anymore with the pitch clock.
No.
Can you remember off the top of your head the longest game maybe you've ever coached in?
Oh, we had a game, I can't remember. I think it was
2-2.
with Colorado. We had a 21-inning game. The score was like 19-18 out in Coors Field. It was awful.
That had to have been at least like a 5-hour.
It was awful.
Oh, boy.
It was awful.
Who was that against?
I think it was with the, who were we playing? Angels, maybe? It was long.
Strikeout number 2 for Brady Ernest as Aiden Philby cuts and misses at high heat.
Then we had a game in Anaheim one night. It was like 18 innings. And they had this thing called a rally monkey out there. It jumps all over the place.
Okay.
At the end of the game, the rally monkey, he couldn't have jumped over a book of matches. He was
oh, it's like a guy in like a suit.
Yeah, he was absolutely, he was toast.
Jeez Louise.
He was toast. Yeah. Some of those games, it's amazing. You just can't score.
Swing and a miss. Brady Ernest coming in fresh off the bench, and this is where the depth that we talked about, Rich, of Wheeling Central comes into play.
They play tomorrow, and they have another good starting pitcher going tomorrow. And I think Perk told me before the game they're deep in pitching, and he was right.
0-1. Just misses on the outer third. 1-1. 2. Drake Boucher, who is the last line of defense for the Red Knights. In the air towards left field. Back goes Hatfield, and it's down, so the tying run is aboard.
Got life.
Russ Dickinson is the winning run, and he comes to the plate.
Third baseman Russ Dickinson.
It's a good thing there's lights here, too.
I was going to say, turf and lights, probably a lot of these high schools couldn't have played. But with this turf they put in most schools, you get the games, even though it's cold, but the lights, yeah. If they didn't have lights, this game would have been over 2 hours ago.
On the ground, a slow roller towards Ernest. On to first. Wheeling Central is 6-0. A 3.5-hour slugfest. A 2-1 final as Wheeling Central comes to the Gem City and takes down the Red Knights. The final score again, Maroon Knights 2, Red Knights 1. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment.
My name is Mike Campsey. I am an interventional cardiologist and the chief of cardiology at Wheeling Hospital. I think the value of HVI in this region is tremendous. We offer such a wide spectrum of services, from prevention to intervention. We're going to get the patient in as quickly as possible. That's the most tremendous benefit to the patients in this region is we're here 24/7. We're available to see somebody.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system. 0% financing for 1 year on a Trane air conditioner and furnace. Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
The Center of Music and Art is a music store, but did you know they also offer music lessons? Want to learn to play an instrument but just not quite sure where to start? Come to the Center of Music and Art. We offer private, semi-private, and group music lessons typically once per week for the piano, lead and bass guitars, drums, ukulele, saxophone, flute, voice, and more. What are you waiting for? Sign up by stopping in to fill out the registration form or submit one virtually on our website.
April 11th and 12th, Schultz Ford Wheeling presents the toughest monster truck tour. The tour and WTOV9 would like to give you a chance to win a monster prize pack. Go to WTOV9.com. Click on the features and contest link to enter. 4 winners will be randomly selected to receive 4 tickets, 4 pit passes to get in early and see the trucks up close, and a $50 gift certificate for the souvenir stand. The toughest monster truck tour. Brought to you by Wheeling Island Casino Hotel. April 11th and 12th, West Banco Arena.
Well, Wheeling Central hangs on for a 2-1 victory, Rich Donnelly, in a 10-inning game that lasted 3 hours and 35 minutes. The Maroon Knights record the final out. This was the winning run as the ball gets past the backstop for the Red Knights and Wiseman. And the run comes home to score for the Maroon Knights. 2-1. 2 runs on 10 hits for Wheeling Central, 1 run on 5 hits for the Red Knights, each team recording an error. Your final thoughts on this one? These are 2 very, very talented ball clubs that will likely make deep postseason runs.
Yeah, great high school game. I hope everybody enjoyed it. 2 great starting pitchers and 2 teams that are going to go pretty far in their tournaments in Ohio and West Virginia.
Well, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sticking out with us for this long exhibition here in Toronto. For my broadcast partner, Rich Donnelly, and our hard-working WTOV9 production crew putting in the overtime hours tonight, I'm Jack Hillgrove saying good night and so long. If you know somebody that didn't stick around for the end of this one, tell them to tune into the highlights tonight on News 9 at 10 on Fox 9 and News 9 tonight on WTOV9. We'll talk to you later.